So I hopped on Pippy Dragon and said, let's ride. And this beautiful lizard just started walking. That's it. Just walking. And every single gray louse lizard within range, boom, 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 popping like popcorn. My dragon's crimson flame domain was just cooking everything that got close. These little F-rank losers had like 10 HP total. They couldn't even get near me before exploding into gray dust. Meanwhile, Pippy Dragon was leveling up like crazy. Level 2, Level 3, Level 4, golden light flashing everywhere. I'm just sitting on his back like a king on a throne, doing absolutely nothing. And the other lords around me? Oh, they were losing it. Is he hacking? How is that even possible? What is that mount? It's not in any database. Stop admiring him and fight back, you idiot. You're about to die. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Now apparently there's a whole audience watching us on some spectator platform with two commentators, Aze and Bing Bing, breaking down everything like it's a sports broadcast. Bing Bing was freaking out. He's riding a mount. Nothing can touch him. And Aze, the expert, starts doing math on camera. Domain skills only do 1/5 of group attack damage. New lords can't recruit high-level followers. Therefore, that mount is at least B rank, possibly A rank. The crowd went insane. Parents of other lords were sitting there having existential crises. My son isn't that much worse. Okay, maybe he is. My daughter doesn't even have one follower yet. Meanwhile, in my family, Dad, Mom, and my little sister Zhou Huan were glowing. Zhou Huan literally stood up and screamed, "Go big brother." And every parent in that audience wanted to trade kids. Then the camera switched to Su Qingxue, Miss Ice Princess, strolling through the ruined streets in her ice blue battle robe with 16 snow children floating around her. Actual snowflakes falling in autumn. The gray louse lizards were freezing into ice sculptures. It looked like a fantasy movie poster. Aze pointed out her robe was actually a disaster beast armament. So she's not just talented, she's also rich. Classic. The commentators tried to comfort the audience. Don't worry. Soon everyone will have to team up. Even Zhou Yun and Su Qingxue can't keep this pace forever. The parents immediately perked up. If my kid joins their team, that's a free carry. 3 stinky cobblers equal 1 genius, right? Then some random lord girl named Li Xiner spotted me and tried to party up. I kept walking. Her face fell. The commentators went silent. The audience gasped. Look, I'm not here to babysit. Pippy Dragon and I have places to be and lizards to explode. The commentators were trying to explain why I rejected that girl's party invite. Bing Bing. He probably has his reasons. Aze. Maybe he wants stronger teammates. Then they switched to Su Qingxue, who already had 3 lords grouped up with her. The commentators started praising her. This is the advantage of coming from a wealthy family. She understands teamwork. Bing Bing even threw shade at me. In this regard, Zhou Yun is clearly inferior. Oh, really? Inferior? We'll see about that. Meanwhile, some mysterious woman named Guming Ru was watching me from nearby, judging me like a disappointed teacher. Good combat power, but that's all. Reckless. Show off. Solo hero complex. Commoner background. No foundation. He probably can't even finish the trial at this rate. Lady, I can't hear you. And even if I could, I wouldn't care. Because you know what I can hear? Ding. Level 11. Pippy Dragon just hit level 11 and his stats are absolutely disgusting now. See, A-rank creatures get 8 stat points per level. 10 levels means 80 extra points just dumped into his body like someone typed a cheat code. His endurance is now almost matching Mistweaver, who is a literal A-rank hero. His strength is 55. These gray louse lizards have 1 point of endurance, which equals 10 HP. Pippy Dragon's casual tail swipe does 55 damage. These lizards don't just die, they OWE him 45 damage. They're dying on credit. Sure, leveling slowed down after level 10 because the experience gap is too big now. But I don't care. Every crumb of XP goes to Pippy Dragon. He's my ride and my weapon. He eats first at this table. I patted his head. You still good? He reared up on his hind legs and roared. Translation, I'm great and I want more. That's my boy. He knows the deal too. If he slacks off, Bear 1, Bear 2, Veggie 1, Veggie 2, and Ashue are all waiting in line to take his spot. Competition breeds excellence, even among my monsters. That Gumingru woman was still watching me like a hawk. That dragon thing has been fighting this long and still isn't tired? Is this his only card, or is he saving the rest? Good question. You'll find out when I feel like it. Then I ran into a group of 6 lords trapped in a half-collapsed building. They were stuck on the 3rd floor, taking turns killing lizards coming up the stairwell, completely boxed in. One of them spotted me and instantly fanboyed out. That's Cloud Bro. It's definitely Cloud Bro. His kill speed matches the scoreboard exactly. He didn't even ask his teammates' opinion before waving at me. Cloud Bro, we're stuck. Help us, please. Misjudge everything. Gumingru shook her head, asking him, wrong guy. I patted Pippi Dragon's head. Over there, buddy. Pippi Dragon turned toward the building. The fanboy nearly launched himself off the 3rd floor from excitement. Cloud Bro is coming. Cloud Bro is saving us. That's right. I rejected the solo girl earlier, but 6 people trapped in a building about to die? Different situation entirely. I'm not heartless. I'm strategic. There's a difference. The commentators were so sure I was finally going to team up with those 6 trapped lords. Bing bing. He's approaching. He must be forming a team. Aze, his mount needs rest. Teaming up is inevitable. The parents in the audience were already celebrating. My son knows Zhou Yun. They're teaming up. My daughter's in that group. Free carry. One guy even suggested 4 people could ride Pippi Dragon at once. Sir, he's a dragon, not a bus. So I rode up to the building, cleared out every single lizard surrounding it, and then just kept going. Didn't stop. Didn't go inside. Didn't even slow down. The lizards around you are clear now. Good luck with your trial. And I left. 6 faces. 6 identical expressions of complete brain failure. Did he just? Huh. One guy got salty. So much for Cloud Bro. What a small-minded jerk. Would it kill him to let us join? Su Qingxue would have added us immediately. My fanboy jumped to my defense. Oh yeah? Go find your precious Su Qingxue then. Cloud Bro cleared the lizards for us, and you're complaining? The commentators went dead silent for a solid 5 seconds before scrambling to spin it positively. Aze, well, he clearly still has plenty of energy. Bing bing. And he did clear the area for them. Very helpful spirit. Meanwhile, Miss Gumingru saw right through me. Helpful spirit? Please. He just went there because the lizards were more concentrated. Better XP farming. Okay, she's not wrong. But she doesn't need to say it. She kept analyzing me like I was a puzzle. Does he have more cards to play? No, impossible. One powerful mount is already crazy enough for a new lord. Even Su Qingxue's entire squad combined only matches him. Lady, you have no idea. I crossed the 10-ring line, meaning I was now 10,000 meters from the disaster beast leader in the center of the city. Everyone else's trial tokens beeped and showed. Zhou Yun, 10-ring, at the top of the leaderboard. Cue collective meltdown. Su Qingxue, who was still almost a kilometer behind me, looked at her token with a perfectly calm face. Her teammates admired how composed she was. But inside her head, full tantrum mode. How is he this fast? I'm already going full speed. I've been chasing him this entire time. Does he know how exhausting that is? He's a man. He should let me win. Where are his manners? Fine. I'll play another card and make him give up. She summoned 20 water elementals to boost her snow children's freezing power. The commentators went nuts over what a genius tactical move it was. Aze even asked if she was motivated by me entering 10-ring first. Motivated. That's a nice way of saying absolutely furious. Then the commentators predicted I was about to lose my first place. With water elementals boosting the snow children, Su Qingxue's team will overtake him easily. That's when a swarm of leaf-eroding moths showed up. These things fly. They have little leaf propellers on their bodies, and they hover above the ground. And guess what? My Crimson Flame domain is a ground domain. It doesn't touch anything airborne. Pippi Dragon was furious, slapping moths out of the air with his claws and tail, but I could tell he was running low. He'd been my mount and my weapon this entire time. He earned a break. So I raised my hand. Veggie 1, Veggie 2. Your turn. CHA. 8 cauliflower beasts materialized in a flash of light, instantly assessed the battlefield, spotted the moths, and went absolutely feral. Veggie 1 didn't even wait for my order. She just looked at the moths using leaf propellers and took it personally. CHA. All 8 launched their spinning leaf blades. razor-sharp leaves whirling in 8 directions. Leaf versus leaf. Propeller versus blade. The moths got shredded. Instantly. Gone. Veggie confetti everywhere. Veggie 1 stood there afterward with both leaves on her hips, radiating pure smug energy. I could feel her emotions through our leader bond. You dare use leaf attacks in front of me. Nice work. I gave them a thumbs up. Woo. Pippi Dragon whimpered jealously. You're cool too, Pippi Dragon. Obviously. WO head up. Pride restored. The commentators lost their minds. 8 cauliflower beasts? C-rank creatures? 8 of them. Even among the top 10,000 lords globally, most can't field 8 C-rank followers. Su Qingxue, with her wealthy background, has only shown E and F-rank followers. Zhou Huan jumped up again. Big brother is amazing. The other parents just shook their heads. No more jealousy. No more resentment. Just pure, defeated admiration. Because I'm not even playing the same game as everyone else. And Gumengru? Her brain was short-circuiting. 8 cauliflower beasts. So that's why he didn't need a team. He can probably reach 3 ring with this. But what about after 3 ring? He can't possibly have more cards. Oh, sweet summer child. You keep telling yourself that. With Pippi Dragon's domain turned off, my 8 cauliflower beasts took over completely. For would have been enough to cover me from every direction. But 8, under Veggie 1's command, they split into 2 squads doing rotating shifts. It was like watching a perfectly choreographed leaf tornado assembly line. And since Pippi Dragon wasn't fighting, all the XP went straight to the vegetables. Level 1. Level 2. Level 3. Ding ding ding. Sure, C-rank only gets 2 stat points per level, but 8 little murder vegetables getting drunk on power and screaming, CHA, while spinning their leaf blades like food processors. That's entertainment money can't buy. Meanwhile, Pippi Dragon was basically an Uber. Just walking. 0 effort. Living his best life. I crossed the 9 ring line. Every single lord's token beeped again. Zhou Yun, 9 ring. And somewhere behind me, Su Qingxue's brain exploded. See, she'd done the math. In the time it took her team to advance 500 meters, I covered at least 1,000. And the deeper you go, the harder it gets. So I was going twice her speed in worse conditions. She couldn't process it. Her whole strategy was perfect. She'd been collecting lords with healing abilities, stamina recovery, speed buffs. Her team boosted her efficiency by 70%. On paper, she should be catching up. Her followers were worshipping her composure. Su Qingxue is so calm. Not even phased. This is what a true master looks like. That Zhou guy rushed ahead. Uffed, he'll crash and burn. Meanwhile, inside Su Qingxue's head, he's still faster than me? With my optimized team, should I use my final trump card? I was saving it for the boss. But if I don't use it, he'll stay ahead forever. Ugh. Cold aloof men are the worst. I'm sorry, what? I'm not being cold and aloof. I'm just walking forward. On a dragon. With vegetables. How is that aloof? The commentators were having the time of their lives framing this as an epic rivalry. Aze, it's lone wolf versus leader. An unprecedented showdown. Bing bing. In any previous year, either one of them would have easily taken first place. Aze went on some deep analysis about how lone wolves are brave, but have low error tolerance and weak endurance. Very philosophical. Very wrong. Bing Bing's counterargument for why she was betting on me? Because he's handsome. Aze, okay then. I appreciate you, Bing Bing. Then suddenly 2 random lords, Mu Yu and Liang Kuan, appeared on the scoreboard at 6 ring. They skipped rings 10 through 7 entirely. Turns out Liang Kuan found a teleportation array and repaired it against his partner's wishes. It zapped them straight to ring 6. Mu Yu was not happy about this decision. I told you not to fix that thing. Now look where we are, Liang Kuan, completely calm. With our limited strength, we needed a shortcut. Besides, the XP here is way better. Mu Yu looked over the wall at what was waiting below. Cool. Now look at those jaw-crusher corpse bears down there and say that again. Liang Kuan did not say it again. Meanwhile at ring 6, those 2 idiots Mu Yu and Liang Kuan were having a really bad time. Liang Kuan looked over the wall and his face went white. This is only ring 6. Why are there so many E-rank jaw-crusher corpse bears? Mu Yu is already running back to the teleporter. Forget why, just send us back. Can't. It's one way. Beautiful. A one-way ticket to death. Liang Kuan really outdid himself. Back on MY end, Veggie 1 hit level 11 and celebrated by doing 2 little victory spins in front of me. I patted her leaf. Good girl, she was so smug about it. I crossed into ring 6 and checked the scoreboard. Wait, second place is Muyu. Third is Liang Kuan. They jumped straight to 6. And Su Qingxue, who'd been grinding her teeth chasing me this whole time, got bumped to 4th because rankings count ring number 1st. She was in ring 8. 2 random guys teleported past her. I genuinely felt a little bad for her. She was probably having an aneurysm. I was about to keep pushing toward the center when my token beeped. Friend message. Liang Kuan. Zhou Yun, I see you're in ring 6. Can you help? We're about to die. I replied instantly. On my way. Then another message popped up. From Muyu. Whatever you do, don't go west. Huge pack of Jawcrusher corpse bears. Also, do not respond to anyone named Liang Kuan. He ruined my life. I stared at both messages side by side. These two are definitely together right now. But here's the thing, Jawcrusher corpse bears? Earrank peak? That's not a reason to avoid the west. That's a reason to go west. More XP for my babies. Pippi Dragon. That way. W.O. The commentators caught on immediately. Zhou Yun suddenly changed direction. He's heading toward Muyu and Liang Kuan. Bing bing. Will he actually help though? Based on his lone wolf track record. No idea. This makes no sense. He shouldn't even know they're there. In the audience, Muyu and Liang Kuan's parents were on their feet begging. Please help them. My son will repay you. He's very grateful. Save my daughter. Don't let her get eliminated. The other parents just shook their heads sadly. Based on my history of rejecting every single team request and riding past trapped lords like a tourist on a sightseeing tour, nobody believed I'd actually help. What they didn't know? Muyu and Liang Kuan are my only 2 friends. Only 2. I'm not a monster. I'm just extremely selective. Meanwhile, Pippi Dragon was having a great time not fighting. He was just trotting along, letting the cauliflower beast do all the work. I caught him side-eyeing Veggie 1 with this smug expression, like, look at the vegetables working so hard. Couldn't be me. Then he started quietly chuckling to himself. Woo woo woo, this dragon is developing a personality, and I'm not sure it's a good one. Left turn, buddy. I could already hear it. Beast roars, chainsaw noises, cannon blasts. My friends were close. 200 meters max. Hold on, you beautiful idiots. Cloud Bro is coming. Things were looking bad for Liang Kuan and Muyu. Their wall got punched through by 2 Jawcrusher corpse bears from a direction they thought was safe. The front barricade was also crumbling. 5 more bears pouring in. Liang Kuan's heavy cannon P plant was overheating so hard the barrel was glowing red. Then Liang Kuan did something beautiful. He threw his head back, veins popping out of his neck, and screamed at the sky. Zhou Yun, I'm here. Help me. Coming. Pippi Dragon came flying over the wall like a 3-meter missile and landed directly on top of 2 corpse bears. Squished them flat. Then he fired up the Crimson Flame domain, and the whole area turned into a barbecue zone. My 8 cauliflower beasts swarmed in right after. 1 bear swung its claws at Veggie 1. She didn't even dodge, just revved up her leaf blade and went straight through it. Cut the bear clean in half like a hot knife through ugly butter. You guys okay? I looked down at Liang Kuan and Muyu from Pippi Dragon's back. Liang Kuan opened his mouth. Nothing came out. His brain was buffering. Muyu turned red and looked away. I told you not to come. Why did you still? Her voice got quieter and quieter until it was basically just lip movement. Girl, you literally told me to stay away. I literally did the opposite. And you're embarrassed about it? We don't have time for this. Then more roaring. From the north. From the south. From everywhere. Corpse bears can summon reinforcements. Muyu warned me. You should leave before you get trapped too. Liang Kuan nodded reluctantly. You already saved us once. That's enough. Go, I grinned. More bears? Good. I was worried there wouldn't be enough. Bear 1, Bear 2. Your turn. Golden flash. 3 massive black shadows materialized. My mystic earth bears. Bear 1, Bear 2, and the newer edition Bear 3. Took one look at the corpse bears and went berserk. No commands needed. This was personal. Bear versus bear. Honor was at stake. Bear 1 charged straight in. Palm met palm. The corpse bear's paw got slapped aside like a child's hand. Then Bear 1 went full combo mode. Slap, 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 slap. 24 consecutive palm strikes. The corpse bear's skull turned into modern art. Commentator Aze completely lost his mind. He stood up and started doing play-by-play like a boxing announcer on drugs. It's the Mystic Earth Bears. B rank. Symbols of raw power. They're charging. The corpse bear swings, blocked. Counterpalm. One down. Sneak attack from behind. Bear 1 saw it. Body slam. Another one flying. Bear 1 grabs the attacker, slams it into the ground, and now, chain palm strike. 1, 2, 3, 24 palms. The head is gone. This is Mystic Earth Bear Rage. Bing Bing couldn't get a single word in. Aze was running out of oxygen. The audience was going absolutely insane. Mu Yu and Liang Kuen's parents were screaming at the screen. Yeah, beat them up. You bullied my daughter? How's that feel? The bears were leveling up like crazy too. B rank gets 4 stat points per level, and since they were fighting fellow bears, the XP bonus from, kills was massive. Level 3, Level 4, Level 5. Each level made them faster and stronger. Pretty soon, they were one-shotting corpse bears with casual backhand slaps. I recalled the cauliflower beasts. No point wasting their time on enemies this week now. Let the bears eat. 10 minutes later, the ground was carpeted with corpse bear bodies. My 3 Mystic Earth Bears stood in the middle of the carnage, beat their chests, and roared in triumph. Okay, stop showing off. Come back. 1 second ago, 3 terrifying war machines standing on a mountain of corpses. Next second, 3 oversized puppies going, woo, and crawling back to me on all 4s wanting head pats. Bear 1 nudged his big head toward me. Nope. You stink. Bear 1's face crumpled. Actual puppy dog pout. On a B-rank killing machine. Liang Kuen scolded me. How can you treat your own follower like that? He just fought so hard for you. Muyu walked closer to Bear 1 heroically. Disaster beast blood smells terrible, but he earned this. You need to endure. She took 1 sniff. Bleg, huh? I knew it. Don't lecture me about endurance when you can't even get within 2 meters. Even the commentators turned on me. Aze, Zhou Yun's behavior is inappropriate. That bear deserves better. Bing Bing. Exactly. He didn't get dirty on purpose. Look at that face. How can you reject him? Aze, his loyalty rating probably just dropped. I hope Zhou Yun learns from this. Then Liang Kuen decided to play hero. He pulled a fish out of his lord's space and waved it at Bear 1 in a baby voice. Here, fishy want a treat. Bear 1 glanced at the fish. Looked away. Liang Kuen moved closer. Waved harder. Come on. Who doesn't want fish? Bear 1 still ignored him. Liang Kuen moved even closer. That's when Bear 1's whole body started vibrating. You know that thing wet dogs do? That full body shake. Bear 1 did that. Covered head to toe in black, putrid corpse bear blood. Right next to Liang Kuen's face. Liang Kuen got a face full of black bear blood. He wiped it off slowly, then threw up everywhere. I shook my head. I told you it was disgusting. Why does nobody listen to me? This area is covered in corpse bear bodies, I told them. Weaker monsters won't come near for a while. Rest up. I'm leaving, Muyu shouted at my back. I still think you shouldn't have come. But, thanks, Liang Kuen added. I owe you one. And you better beat Su Qingxue. I won't allow you to lose. I just waved without looking back. Heard you, buddy. The commentators were getting emotional about the whole thing. Aze, what a heartwarming scene. Bing Bing. Wait, maybe we were wrong about calling him a lone wolf. He did clear those lizards for that trapped group earlier too. Aze, you're right. He helped them before leaving. We totally misjudged him. Bing Bing. He's a lone wolf. With a warm heart. Thank you for the character development, commentators. Very appreciated. Then Su Qingxue played her final card. She summoned a C-rank Night Hawk, a flying mount, ditched her entire team on the ground, and took off into the sky. Her teammates weren't even mad. Go Su Qingxue. Be Zhou Yun. We were the ones dragging you down. Incredible loyalty from people who just got abandoned mid-battle. Meanwhile, I was bulldozing through everything on the ground. Bear 1 hit level 11. My whole army was rolling forward like a war machine. Cauliflower beasts slicing, Mystic Earth Bears smashing, Pippi dragon stomping. I deliberately didn't summon my heroes, Mist Weaver, Water Swordsman, or the others. Heroes can only gain XP from killing boss-level enemies, so wasting them on regular monsters would be pointless. Plus, Water Swordsman is a well-known A-rank creature. Anyone who sees him would immediately know how stacked I am. And with that cult the city lord mentioned, better to keep some cards hidden. I also left my slimes in storage. Those little guys would literally die from a stiff breeze out here. They can level up at home, eating jelly. Safe and cozy. I checked the scoreboard and nearly choked. Su Qingxue jumped from ring 8 to ring 7. Then it hit me. She's flying. No enemies in the air. Straight line to the center. This became a race. I entered ring 4. She entered 5. I entered ring 3. She entered 4 almost simultaneously. I entered ring 2. 3 minutes later, she's in ring 2. We hit ring 1 at basically the same time. Our eyes met across the battlefield. She was up in the sky on her hawk. I was down on the ground on my dragon. One look. That was all. No words needed. Translation of that look. I'm going to beat you. No, you're not. Ring 1 was nasty. 2 new monster types showed up. Oil Shadow Loaches. F-rank suicide bombers that charge at you and explode. And Crackface Infants. E-rank flying horrors that shoot sonic waves that slowly drive you insane. I reorganized instantly. Pippi Dragon's flame domain handles the Loaches. His range is bigger than their detonation range, so they pop before reaching us. Cauliflower Beasts spiral upward to deal with the Crackface Infants. Bears and remaining vegetables handle the old enemies. Perfect system. Every unit had a job. No wasted effort. But Su Qingxue was still faster. Because she was flying over everything. The moment she passed me, her Nighthawk dipped low, deliberately, and I saw a little smirk on her face. Taunting me, I smiled right back. Go ahead, girl. Fly to the boss first. I want you to. Here's what she doesn't realize. The boss area is swarming with monsters. She can fly there, sure. But then what? Her Nighthawk has to come down to attack. The moment she engages the boss seriously, it'll call all its minions for backup. Every monster in the area will rush toward her instead of me. She basically becomes my distraction. And then I walk right in through the cleared path and steal the kill. The commentators gave me 30% odds against her 70%. That's fine. I love being the underdog. Makes the victory taste better. Then Bing Bing squinted at the screen. The boss looks like a blood egg. Aze's voice went dead serious. That's not just a blood egg. That's an 8-faced ghost tentacle mid-evolution. We need to stop it now. Oh great. The final boss is hatching. Nothing is ever simple. So the big boss at the center of the city? Not what anyone expected. It was a blood EGG. A giant, 5-meter tall, pulsating blood egg. The 8-faced ghost tentacle was mid-evolution, going from E rank to D rank, and it was eating every monster nearby to fuel the process. Black-red blood vessels crawling across the ground, the egg breathing and expanding like the world's most disgusting lava lamp. Meanwhile, up on some ruined skyscraper, Gu Mingru, who I now learn is Su Qingxue's Elohim, and also the guardian watching over this whole trial, was panicking into her earpiece. The boss is evolving. Should I intervene? Command. Keep watching. Stand by. But my daughter. Stand by. Yes, sir. Tough day to be a helicopter parent with orders. Su Qingxue tried attacking first. Her Nighthawk shot an ice ball at the blood egg. It hit. Made a little dark spot. The dark spot disappeared in 2 seconds. Completely healed. She tried the flash summon trick, calling out snow children and water elementals for a split second to create snowfall, then instantly recalling them because the hawk is too small to carry passengers. The snow fell on the egg. More dark spots appeared. More dark spots vanished. She couldn't out-damage its regeneration. The thing was eating surrounding monsters to heal itself. Infinite health potion buffet. Then the egg fought back. Massive tentacles, black-red, thick as tree trunks, started whipping through the air like angry octopus arms. One nearly swatted the Nighthawk out of the sky. Then a second tentacle. Then a third, fourth, fifth. The egg was growing bigger and shooting out more tentacles while simultaneously trying to murder Su Qingxue. Her hawk was screaming, dodging frantically, running out of stamina fast. The Snow Children's attacks couldn't even slow the tentacles down. I used probe on it. 8-faced ghost tentacle. Mid-evolution. ED rank. Level 1. Endurance, 23. That's 2,300 HP. Plus it regenerates by eating monsters. Plus it has a skill called Pain Whip that uses all its tentacles at once. The only real problem was the health pool. Everything else, manageable. But Su Qingxue was about to get slapped out of the sky, and if her mom's squad stepped in, nobody gets credit. Full speed, I ordered. Pippi Dragon stopped caring about anything. Oil shadow loaches exploding against him? Didn't matter. His white shield, the same shield that took me, Bear 1, Bear 2, and all my gold-eating mice working together to break, was absorbing the F-rank explosions like mosquito bites. He just charged straight through everything. Monsters in the way? Trampled. A corpse bear blocking the path? Pippi Dragon head-butted in the chest and sent it flying. The commentators lost it. Ozzy, that corpse bear just got launched. His mount is even stronger than the mystic earth bears. He was hiding his power this whole time. Bing bing. He's rushing to save Su Qingxue. A hero saving a beauty. Cold exterior, warm heart. I appreciate the narrative, bing bing, but I'm not saving anyone. I'm saving my kill credit. Big difference. Up in the air, Su Qingxue saw me charging through explosions, and her brain did something. Is he trying to help me? Rushing through damage just to get here faster. Could it be? Beneath that cold exterior, there's a gentle heart. Wait a no. What am I thinking? I shouted up at her. Stop daydreaming. Hold on a little longer. I'm almost there. Okay, she answered instantly. Then immediately regretted it. Why did I respond to him like that? Now it looks like I'm taking orders from him. AHHH. Girl. There are giant tentacles trying to kill you. Priorities. Pippi Dragon leaped onto a stone pillar, then launched off it onto the staircase, and we burst into the central plaza. The blood egg was right there. Enormous. Disgusting. Pulsating. Pippi Dragon went into final sprint mode. Everything in front of him doesn't exist. Lizards, moths, babies, loaches, bears, launched, trampled, ignored. He was a freight train with scales. Bear 1. Bear 2. RORR. My 3 mystic earth bears split. 2 right, 1 left. Charged on all 4s, slammed their front paws into the ground, used the momentum to launch themselves into the air, and brought their fists down on the 5-meter blood egg. Let's dance, ugly. My 3 bears raked their claws across the blood egg and ripped off huge chunks of flesh. Black-red blood sprayed everywhere, coating them head to toe. Bear 1 sniffed himself. His eyes went red, not from bloodlust, from trauma. I just told him he stinks and refused to pet him. He finally got the smell off, and now he's covered in even worse gunk? RORR. He went absolutely berserk on that egg. Full combo palm strike. 41 strength times 300% skill coefficient equals 123 damage just from him alone. Bear 2 and Bear 3 added another 228. Total first wave, 356 damage. The egg's HP bar moved. About 1/6. This thing has 2,300 HP. Of course it does. Dodge. Su Qingxue screamed from above. I already felt the wind pressure. Pull back. Every one of my units jumped away, just as all 8 tentacles slammed down simultaneously. The ground exploded. Monster parts and rocks everywhere. Then the egg did something disgusting. It inflated like a balloon, swallowed every monster nearby, squirmed around for a second, and shrank back to normal size. HP bar jumped right back up. Okay, so this thing is basically an immortal healing blob surrounded by an all-you-can-eat buffet. Sustained combat? Terrible plan. Speed run? Only plan. The tentacles had a 20-second cooldown. That was my window. Everyone, go. Pippi Dragon's tail. Bear 1's palms. Veggie 1's leaf blades. All hitting simultaneously. And for the first time, I pulled out my wind sword and joined the fight personally. Wind slash. A crescent of green energy hit the egg and barely dented the HP bar. Yeah, I'm synced with Water Swordsman Ashue, who's still level 2 because I never deployed him. My personal damage output is basically decorative right now. But my team? They were doing the math that mattered. 3 bears, normal attacks per round. 38-38-41 is equal to 117. 8 cauliflower beasts, 23 by 726, is equal to 187. Pippi Dragon, 58. 1 round total, 362 damage. Without skills. And they were attacking fast. 2 full rounds completed in the blink of an eye. The blood egg's HP was melting. The tentacles gave up on Su Qingxue entirely and whipped toward us. I jumped off Pippi Dragon. He launched himself into the tentacles, tanking all 8 hits with his back. Slap, 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 slap. He got batted sideways like a volleyball. He rolled once and stood right back up. His white shield didn't even crack. These tentacle hits were nothing compared to what it takes to break that shield. Remember when me, Bear 1, Bear 2, and all my gold-eating mice couldn't break it? Yeah, this egg doesn't stand a chance. HP dropped below 1/3. Everyone watching, Su Qingxue, the commentators, Gu Mengru, the entire audience, went completely silent. The commentators recovered first. Aze, voice cracking, impossible. The blood egg is being shredded like paper. This is a disaster beast leader and it's dying. The egg hit 10% HP and went berserk mode. It expanded again, grew a blood shield, sprayed black liquid everywhere that both buffed nearby monsters and corroded the ground. Classic desperate boss mechanics. I sent the cauliflower beasts to massacre every monster around the egg so it couldn't eat them to heal. Veggie Squad activated spinning leaf blades and went full lawnmower mode. The egg tried to absorb and got nothing. 0 healing. Beautiful. But that blood shield was tough. My bears and I kept hammering it, and it wasn't breaking fast enough. That's when Su Qingxue decided to help. Her Nighthawk fired an ice ball at the blood shield. I swatted it away with my sword. You trying to steal my kill? I gave her one cold look and went back to attacking. Her face turned the color of a tomato. Now look, I know she wasn't trying to steal it. She probably just wanted to help break the shield before something went wrong. But you know what? That kill credit is mine. I did all the work. I pushed through 10 rings of monsters. I tanked explosions. My bear got covered in blood and had an emotional breakdown over it. That ice ball had last hit theft written all over it, and I will not be having that today. Su Qingxue was fuming up there. Jerk, jerk, jerk. I hate him. I was trying to help. UGHHH. She didn't say any of this out loud, but I could practically feel the rage radiation from 30 meters up. Then, crack. A fracture line appeared across the blood shield. Almost there. The blood shield cracked. My bears and vegetables went feral. The egg's tentacles flailed wildly, all 8 slamming down in pure panic. Pippi Dragon tanked every single hit without flinching. His white shield didn't even scratch. Then, my sword pierced through. HP bar, 0. The tentacles collapsed. The blood egg started spraying black blood everywhere like a popped water balloon. And across the entire city, every single monster dropped dead simultaneously. Yeah, the audience, the commentators, the Guardian Lords, everyone cheered. Not just for me, but because we stopped the evolution. If that thing had finished upgrading to D rank, it would have been a completely different fight. My final score? 62,743 merit points. The commentators started doing the math and nearly fainted. Bing bing, 600 units of C-rank materials. At minimum 100,000 credits each. That's 60 million credits. Aze. It would take me 30 years to earn that much. Bing bing. You're a veteran lord comparing yourself to a rookie. That's sad. Aze, Su Qingxue got 4,000 merit just from regular kills though. So I'm going to go self-destruct now. Meanwhile, across the city, lords were arguing about it. Cloud Bro is a god. Su Qingxue lost? He must have stolen the kill. I refuse to accept this. My fanboys versus her fanboys. Beautiful drama. Now, 2 things dropped from the dead egg. First was a disaster beast core, the proof of my kill and the key component for crafting disaster beast armaments. Expected. Second was weird. A milky white gemstone fragment. I used probe. Jade Lake Crystal, damaged. E rank, originally D. Full version can massively boost XP and trigger disaster beast evolution. Current fragment only gives some XP. Wait, evolution for disaster beasts? That's not the same as monster evolution. Monster evolution just changes appearance and skills. Disaster beast evolution raises their rank. Someone deliberately fed this crystal to the 8-faced ghost tentacle to force its mid-trial upgrade. Who would? Careful. Cult members. Fall back. Gu Mingru's voice exploded from behind me. I looked up. A black vortex had appeared in the sky. Oh my, my precious baby got killed before it could even hatch. How sad. A creepy pretty boy in a red and black robe floated out of the vortex, voice dripping with fake sweetness. Which lord was so mean to my little pet? He looked at me. Was it you? Then he turned into a human missile and shot straight at my face. How dare you? Gu Mingru and 2 other guardian lords ordered their followers to intercept. But my bears were faster. Bear 1, Bear 2, Bear 3, All three palms swung simultaneously. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty boy got smacked backward, flew through the air, and zipped back up to safety. He wiped blood from his lip and smiled. Oh, my 3B-rank mystic earth bears, how troublesome. Then I noticed something much worse. 10 more red and black-robed figures had appeared, each one engaging a guardian lord in a separate mini-battle. All 10 guardian lords were pinned down. None of them could help me. This was the cult, the one the city lord warned me about. And they fight completely differently from lords. No summoned followers. No territory powers. They fight with their own bodies, their own strength. Like martial artists instead of commanders. From inside a factory building, Gumengru, while battling one of them, was shouting intel into her earpiece. The pretty boy is their young master, Bai Yi. The cult's target is Zhou Yun and Su Qingxue. Send backup. Her opponent cackled. Backup? Maybe worry about yourself first. He started spinning his entire body like a drill and charged at her. So let me get this straight. I just fought through 10 rings of monsters. Killed a boss mid-evolution. Scored 60 million credits worth of points. And now, without a break, without a snack, without even getting to pet my bear, a cult shows up and I have to fight again. And their leader is a creepy androgynous pretty boy who talks like a Disney villain? This trial is so not in the brochure. Su Qingxue opened the fight by shooting an ice ball at pretty boy Bai Ye's back. Sneak attack. He sliced it apart with a hand chop, without looking, then started some smarmy speech about how ladies shouldn't do sneak attacks. I hit him with a wind/mid-sentence. He bent backward at 90 degrees like he was doing limbo at a party and barely dodged it. Then he got mad. You people call US underhanded? Fine. Come at me. Both of you. Full power. Entertain me. He punched the air, black energy exploded outward, and every single dead monster on the ground stood back up. Oh, come on. He can resurrect disaster beasts? That's not even a power that should exist. The zombie army swarmed me. My bears and vegetables formed a protective circle. Pippy Dragon scooped me back onto his back. Standard defensive formation. Su Qingxue shouted from above, "Don't fight them. I'll cover your escape." Bai Yi laughed. Cover? With what? He turned into a black arrow and shot at her. The Nighthawk dodged. The arrow curved and came back. It was a homing missile with hair. While all this was happening, I had a plan. I summoned Water Swordsman Ashue for literally 1 second, just long enough to shove the Jade Lake crystal into his hands, then recalled him instantly. 2 flashes of golden light. Nobody noticed. My logic was simple. The crystal gives XP. Ashue levels up. I'm synced to Ashue's stats. My stats go up. My wind/ gets faster. I hit Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy goes down. 3 seconds passed. Nothing happened. Come on. Then ding. Level 3. Oh, thank God. It just takes time to process. Like a slow internet connection for XP. While I waited for more levels, Su Qingxue was putting on an incredible show up there. She used her disaster beast armament, the earrings, to freeze Bai Yi solid in midair. Snowfall. Ice ball to the face. Nighthawk pecking at him while frozen. 2 seconds of free damage. He broke out. Furious. Hair everywhere like a shampoo commercial gone wrong. She froze him again. More pecking. More snow. The Nighthawk was pecking at some rather sensitive locations. I chose not to comment. He broke free looking like he'd been through a car wash full of knives. Your disaster beast armament is high rank. Using daddy's gear in a rookie trial. Is this the great Han nation's dignity? Su Qingxue raised her hand again threateningly. Bai Yi flinched and dodged. Nothing happened. She was bluffing. She'd used up all her freezes. That raised hand was pure psychological warfare. You're dead. Bai Yi transformed into a halberd, not an arrow, a halberd, and chased her at even higher speed. 3 slashes. Su Qingxue's arm, leg, and waist, all bleeding. I sent a wind slash to interrupt the 4th strike. He dodged it easily, but it bought her a moment. Here's what frustrated me. She refused to land. I kept telling her to come down so we could fight together. She wouldn't. Her pride wouldn't let her play support to me. I figured it out eventually. She wanted to handle this herself. Prove she was equal or better. Wait for reinforcements and claim the glory. Fine. Your choice. But it meant I had to wait too. Every second, Ashue was leveling up from the crystal. Level 14, 20, 24. My stats were climbing. I deliberately held back on my wind slashes, making them weaker than they needed to be. I didn't want Bai Yi to notice I was getting stronger. Let him think my attacks were always this weak. 40 seconds in. Su Qingxue was covered in blood. Her night hawk was barely flying. Bai Yi, now back in halberd form, was gloating. Stupid. Arrogant. If you'd just listened to that boy on the ground and fought together, this wouldn't be so boring. Game over. Time to send you to meet your equally arrogant ancestors. Su Qingxue's eyes lit up at something he said. You're from the Niu family. He didn't confirm. Just spun toward her for the kill shot. Then, brrrr, the sound of engines. I looked toward the horizon. Hundreds of disaster beast-armed aircraft were incoming. Reinforcements. Real ones. The 10 cult members fighting the Guardian Lords immediately broke off. Their backup is here. We're out. A black vortex opened in the sky. Bai Yi stopped mid-attack. He clearly wanted to finish Su Qingxue, but wasn't stupid enough to stay. He shifted back to human form, floated above me, and called down. You weren't the main target this time. But you're interesting. Next time, let's play properly. I drew my sword. There shouldn't be. A next time, he frowned. He saw my lips move, but couldn't hear me from up there. Too bad for him. Water Swordsman, level 24. Stats fully loaded. I swung. The wind slash that erupted from my blade wasn't the weak little love taps I'd been throwing before. This one was a beam. A massive crescent of green energy screaming straight at the sky. Surprise, Pretty Boy. This sword strike? I'd been planning it since the moment I realized Pretty Boy could fly, and I couldn't reach him. Every weak wind slash I threw earlier? Deliberately pathetic. Every time I missed. Calculated. I was sandbagging, hiding the fact that Water Swordsman Ashue was leveling up to 24 behind the scenes, pumping my synced stats to disgusting levels. Ashue stopped leveling 10 seconds ago. Crystal used up. My strength was now 81. Wind slash does 300% damage. That's 243 points in one hit. Enough to instantly kill anything with 24 endurance or less. But I waited, because I only get one shot. 10-second cooldown. If I miss, Pretty Boy would never let me try again. So I watched. I waited through Su Qingxue's entire fight. Through her bleeding. Through her stubbornness. Through 40 agonizing seconds. Then the reinforcements arrived. Hundreds of aircraft on the horizon. The cult members bolted for their black vortex escape portal. Bai Yi was the first to retreat, smart enough to abandon his kill on Su Qingxue. But then this idiot stopped at the portal entrance to trash-talk me. You're interesting, next time let's play. My hand was already on the sword. There shouldn't be a next time, I whispered. He frowned. Too far away to hear me. Perfect. I swung. 0.123456 seconds later, the crescent of green energy punched through his body. His expression froze. His body split in two. Both halves fell from the sky. Su Qingxue, the cult commanders, the Guardian Lords, the entire audience. One commander screamed, "Young Master," and reached out, but didn't actually go down to catch him. None of them did. They all flew into the vortex and vanished. Left their leader's corpse falling like garbage. What was left of Bai Yi exploded into black mist before hitting the ground. Not even a body to bury. Every resurrected monster in the city dropped dead again. The military reinforcements landed, looked around the quiet plaza, and asked, "Where are the cult members?" Ran away. Dead. 2 hours later, social media exploded. Lord Trial invaded by cult. Rookie King slays their young master. The comments were incredible. A rookie killed the cult's heir? How trash, I asked this cult. Bro, that trash heir was one-on-one dominating Su Qingxue, and then this guy cut him in half. In front of 10 commander-level bodyguards. He's my brother. No, he's my brother. Touch my cloud, bro, and I'll end you. Relax. We're all brothers from different parents. This drink is for family. T.O. family. My actual family was having the time of their lives. Zhou kept shoving her phone in my face. Look, this one's about you too. And this one, Mom, Dad, and my sister were watching every single news clip. The female anchor described the battle so vividly you'd think she was standing next to me with a microphone. She was not. Nobody interviewed me. I turned them all down. City Lord Sun Wanhua gave me some last-minute advice about converting my merit points, developing my territory, and preparing for upcoming features like dungeons and ranked ladders. Standard stuff my teacher already covered, but I appreciated the reminder. Then he handed me a jade token. If you ever need help, come find me. Actually, I said, I need your help right now. I took him upstairs, closed the door, and pulled out a glass bottle containing 10 drops of golden liquid. The Fountain of Youth. SS rank. Heals all injuries. Extends lifespan. Sun Wanhua's eyes went so wide I thought they'd fall out. Let me explain why he nearly had a heart attack. In the entire history of the Great Han Nation, SS rank treasures have appeared exactly twice. Both times caused absolute chaos. This would be number 3. And lifespan extension? That doesn't exist in this world. Globally. Nowhere. No treasure, no medicine, no technology can do it. This matters because the strongest lords, the pillar-level ones who protect entire nations, fight the most dangerous monsters. Those monsters' attacks carry disaster energy that eats away at their life force. The strongest, most heroic defenders literally die young. Average person lives to 110. Average pillar lord? Under 60. The current strongest pillar lord of the Great Han Nation, Xiang Bei, is 64 years old. In public, he looks healthy and energetic. In reality, the nation's top medical team says he has less than 1 year to live. And he still went to the front lines 2 weeks ago because nobody else is strong enough to replace him. Sun Wanhua used probe on the golden liquid. Confirmed everything I said. His hands started shaking. It's real. It's actually real. He grabbed my hand so tight I thought he'd break it. I want you to deliver this to the nation, I told him. I don't trust other channels with something this important. You did the right thing. He was dead serious now. Absolutely correct not to use normal channels. Then he looked at me with sharp eyes. But have you considered? What if I'm a cult member, sir? Sir, you are literally the city lord. If you're secretly evil, then this entire country is already doomed, and it doesn't matter what I do with 10 drops of magic juice. City Lord Sun Wanhua asked me what I'd do if he was secretly a cult member. I looked at this man, this city lord, standing in his own government building, with his own jade token. If even the city lord is compromised, then it doesn't matter whether I hand it over or not. He burst out laughing. Fair point accepted. He promised the nation would convert the Fountain of Youth into merit points. Lots of merit points. Music to my ears. The National Merit Shop can buy literally anything in the country. Way better than regular money. That same evening, a teleportation array zapped my whole family to the Forbidden City. The actual capital. The big leagues. Mom, Dad, and Zhou walked around with their mouths open like tourists at Disneyland. Everything was incredible. And because we're classified as special status, every area was open to us. Even the restricted zones. My family was glowing with pride, so hard I'm surprised they didn't actually emit light. Oh, and those loan sharks back in Qinghe City? The government made one phone call. Problem solved. Forever. With 0 worries left, I opened the merit shop after dinner. I sorted by price, highest to lowest, because I'm classy like that. Thunder Ring, A-rank equipment, 360,000 merit. Meteor Strike, A-rank skill book, 260,000 merit. Evolution Stones, 10,000 each. I wanted the A-rank stuff so bad, but I only had 62,743 merit. Couldn't afford either one. So I bought 6 evolution stones and watched my balance plummet to 2,743. Then ding. Email from the National Supreme Elder Council. A thank you letter for the Fountain of Youth. Attachment, 1 million merit points. Ding. Another email. From the National War Command. A commendation for killing the cult's young master. Attachment, 300,000 merit points. My balance went from 4 digits to 1,302,743 in 10 seconds. I started cackling like a villain. Thunder Ring? 360,000. Buy. Meteor Strike Skill Book? 260,000. Buy. That's 620,000 gone. Still have 682,743 left. What do? Evolution Stones. 68 more of them. 5 seconds flat. 1.3 million merit points. Gone. Vaporized. Spent with the financial responsibility of a drunk lottery winner. Meanwhile, in the official Great Lord chat group, which I did not know existed, absolute chaos was erupting. Where's my Thunder Ring? I've been saving for months. The Meteor Strike book is gone too. Who bought them? Fight me. Has anyone noticed the evolution stones dropped from 86 to 12? Wait, let me grab 3 real quick. They're all gone. 0. Who did this? Sorry guys. That was me. All of it. Every single purchase. In 5 seconds. The items arrived within 10 minutes. 74 rainbow-colored evolution stones went into storage. Then I checked my new toys. Meteor Strike, A-rank skill. Summons a meteor. Intelligence times 500% fire damage. Area of effect. 20-second cooldown. I literally learned how to drop rocks from space. I pressed my hand on the book and red runes flowed into my forehead. Done. I can now summon meteors. Casually. Like ordering takeout. Thunder Ring, A-rank equipment. Intelligence 10, move speed 10%, lightning resistance minus 20%, and an active skill called Thunder that does intelligence times 800% lightning damage to a single target. 10-second cooldown. I put it on my left index finger. It sparked. My updated stat sheet was looking disgusting. With Ashué at level 24, the Thunder Ring bonus, and Meteor Strike added to my toolkit, I now had 3 offensive skills. If Bai somehow came back from the dead and stood in front of me, I could dump all 3 skills on him simultaneously, and he'd be deleted from existence before his creepy little smile could form. I lay in bed thinking about tomorrow. Back to the territory. Time to expand, explore, and figure out what S-rank monsters are lurking out there. Also that SS-rank hero's sword from the Fire Dragon's egg. None of my heroes could activate it. Maybe hero means something different. Maybe there's an intelligent species in my territory I haven't found yet. Next morning, I teleported back to my territory. First notification. Congratulations. Rookie Lord rankings. First place. Rewards delivered. Nice. Expected. Then I looked outside the golden protection barrier and saw a flock of purple-black birds circling my base, eyeing my slimes like they were snacks. Lightning sparrows. C-rank flying monsters. I grinned so hard. Yesterday, I was complaining about having no aerial combat capability. Today, the sky literally delivers flying recruits to my doorstep. Before I left, these birds would have been a real problem, no anti-air options. But now, with Meteor Strike, Thunder Ring, and everything I picked up, ha. Welcome home, little birdies. You just don't know your mind yet. First things first, I used probe on the lightning sparrows outside my base. C-rank, level 3, all 13 of them. Their favorite food? Thunder element slimes. Which are MY slimes. Standing right there. Trembling. These birds have been pecking and zapping my golden barrier for who knows how long, trying to get to my little jelly babies. Obsessed doesn't cover it. I watched the protection timer count down. 3, 2, 1. The golden barrier dissolved. Chirp, chirp. The sparrows dive-bombed toward my slimes like kids rushing a candy store. Capture them. Don't kill. My entire roster exploded out of their houses simultaneously. Every door in the settlement slammed open at once. Heroes, bears, vegetables, dragon, mice, swordsmen, the whole squad. The sparrows hit the brakes so hard they practically did backflips in midair. They took one look at my B-rank bears and A-rank water swordsmen and went, nope, at maximum volume. Turned around instantly. Survival instincts, excellent. But they'd come down too low to catch my slimes, and that was their mistake. Me, Mistweaver, and Ashué parkoured off rooftops and leaped into the air. In one move, we snagged 5 sparrows, 2 in each of my hands, 2 in Mistweaver's, 1 in Ashué's. The other 8 sparrows panicked and did what any reasonable bird would do, electrocuted us. All 13 sparrows fired chain lightning simultaneously. 16 intelligence times 180% times 13 birds equals 374.4 damage. I got X-rayed. Literally. For one glorious second, I could see my own skeleton. I opened my mouth and exhaled a puff of black smoke like a cartoon character. Mistweaver and I both had perfect afros afterward. Ashué was fine because he wears a hat. Unfair. Ellie healed us with Forest Blessing while the free sparrows fled into the distance, abandoning their captured friends without a backward glance. Cold-blooded birds. The 5 captured sparrows? They went full drama. Heads tilted, tongues out, eyes closed, playing dead. Oscar-worthy performances. Truly, I would have been fooled if I couldn't literally see their health bars still showing they were alive. I flicked one on the forehead. Duong, it had 80 HP. My strength is 97.2. That one flick took 80% of its health. The sparrow immediately stopped pretending, curled into a terrified ball, and gave me the most pathetic puppy eyes a bird has ever produced. Conversion time. 3 militia conversion talismans later, 3 sparrows were officially mine. I named the leader, Sparkle. Sparkle immediately started chirping demands at me. Translation: we're starving. Feed us thunder element food or we riot. I checked my inventory. Fire minerals? Tons. Earth minerals? Plenty. Thunder minerals? .0. Thunder plants? Don't even ask. Veggie 1 brought over some regular fruit. The sparrows ate it like children being force-fed vegetables, technically chewing, spiritually dying. This was a problem. Unhappy food means dropping loyalty. I can't have my brand new Air Force deserting because the cafeteria sucks. Where did you eat before? I asked Sparkle. She launched into an elaborate performance involving wing flapping, sound effects, and what I think was an impression of a dragon. The story: they used to have a territory with thunder element plants and wild slimes. Then the Crimson Fire Dragon showed up, and they hid for days. When the dragon finally left, and they went home, 3 massive flying thunder-type creatures had taken over their old spot. Bigger, stronger, same diet. The sparrows got evicted. Homeless and hungry, they found my base full of delicious-looking thunder slimes and thought, jackpot. 3 powerful flying creatures. I rubbed my chin and smiled. I came here wanting an Air Force. Got sparrows. Now there might be something even better out there. This day keeps giving. But first, I had unfinished business. The B-rank hero summoning stone for my first place rookie reward. Still unused. I stood in the center of my territory, held the purple crystal in both hands, and thought about what I needed. Please not combat type. I have enough combat. Give me literally anything else. Administration. Research. Diplomacy. Anything. I threw it into the sky. Purple light exploded. Ripples spread. A portal materialized on the ground. First thing I saw, a pair of elegant moon-white cloud shoes stepping through. Then a dark blue floor-length skirt. A black embroidered sash. A white traditional blouse. And finally, a face that looked like it belonged in a classical painting. She had her hair pinned up with a jade hairpin, a white jade ring hanging at her waist, and she carried a folding fan. Everything about her screamed, ancient scholar who could run your entire kingdom while composing poetry. She bowed gracefully. Wenji, greeting the Lord. I checked her stats and my jaw nearly detached. B-rank hero. Intelligence, 86. Spirit, 88. Both higher than my A-rank hero Mistweaver. Her talent, stable governance. Gives all followers 5 daily loyalty, cap 90. Plus 10% work efficiency, 10% learning efficiency, and 10% XP gain. For everyone. Passively. Her skill lets her see everything within intelligence times 10 meters and teleport with one person to any point in that range. Her hero aura gives all her soldiers 15% to all stats. If they're her special class, instructors, 30%. She's an administration hero. Exactly what I needed. Before I could even finish being excited, she asked in the most polite, professional voice, "Could the Lord please brief me on the current situation and future development plans? I'd like to begin contributing as soon as possible." She's been alive for 30 seconds, and she's already asking for a project briefing. I think I'm in love. Professionally. With her work ethic. Wenji asked for a work briefing. She'd been alive for 30 seconds. I told her everything. The base layout, my plans, the resource situation. She listened, nodding like a senior executive at a board meeting, then tapped her fan against her palm and delivered a flawless summary of my entire strategy, followed by, "May I offer some humble suggestions?" She then talked for half an hour straight. Scouting networks, construction priorities, trade routes, workflow optimization. She dissected every strength and weakness of my settlement like she'd been studying it for years. My top grades in school administration class suddenly felt like kindergarten finger painting. I made her vice lord on the spot. A silver crown materialized above her head. Every follower in the base immediately started looking at her with respect. She bowed deeply. "I will not fail you." Her loyalty jumped to 99, 99, not 100. Every other hero hits 100 when you promote them to Vice Lord. But Wenji? She's holding back 1 point. Playing hard to get. Even in loyalty stats, she has dignity. This won't do. My Vice Lord needs to be at 100 or I can't sleep at night. I took off my Thunder Ring, my brand new A-rank equipment that I just bought for 360,000 merit, and handed it to her. For self-defense, she accepted it graciously, then actually looked at it, and her face went pale. "This is too valuable. Please take it back." "I don't take back gifts." Keep it. Loyalty, 100. Through fire and water, never betray. There we go. That's what I like to see. Ellie and Whisker were visibly jealous. Mistweaver leaned against a pillar staring at the sky, pretending she didn't care. Sure you don't, Mistweaver. Sure you don't. Now business. I rode Pippi Dragon northwest with Sparkle leading the way, plus Mistweaver, Ashue, and the Thunder Slimes who insisted on coming for reasons they refused to explain. 2 hours of walking. 2 hours. Through forest, past rustling bushes, under branches full of mysterious flying creatures that had apparently returned now that the Crimson Fire Dragon was gone. Then Sparkle stopped in an empty clearing and started looking confused. What's wrong? Chirp chirp. Chirp chirp chirp. You're saying this is the place, but everything's gone. Chirp. Emphatic nod. I pinched the bridge of my nose. The 3 powerful flying monsters disappeared. Fine, monsters fly away. But Sparkle was saying the terrain itself was gone too. Plants, rocks, ground, everything. How does ground run away? Then Big Thunder, my Thunder Slime leader, bounced in front of me and pointed up. I looked up. There was a floating island, thousands of meters in the sky, looking like a pancake from this distance. Chirp chirp, Sparkle confirmed. That was her old home. Up there. Great. Wonderful. My target is literally in the stratosphere. I can't fly. Pippi Dragon can't fly. Mistweaver can't fly. Nobody can fly except the 3 tiny sparrows who are the weakest members of my entire roster. I was about to go home and call it a wasted trip when the Thunder Slimes started acting weird again. Last 3 times my slimes acted weird. I found a priceless fire crystal, the fountain of youth, and they saved my life in a mine explosion. So when slimes have a hunch, I listen. They bounced around until they found 3 oddly shaped stones. 1 cone, 1 pillar, 1 sphere. They surrounded them in groups of 3 and started concentrating really hard, squinting their little eyes shut, generating electricity. ZZZT. Tiny arcs of lightning appeared. The stones lit up, specifically, rune patterns carved into them. Mistweaver whispered, Thunder Rune Stones. Activated. I spun around. You know what those are? Her eyes went blank. Why do I know that? Classic amnesia moment. Thanks for nothing, Mistweaver. Then zap. A stone pedestal appeared between the 3 rune stones. Big Thunder jumped on top and showed me a lever. He tried pushing it down himself, but he's a slime. He weighs like 2 pounds. I pulled it down. Nothing happened. Then, a deep rumble from above. The floating island was descending. We backed way up. A pancake in the sky could be a continent up close. Boom. It landed. Smooth bottom, perfect fit against the ground. Turns out those 3 flying thunder monsters had accidentally activated the rune stones, then bumped the lever up, launching the entire island into space. And they just stayed up there, living their best sky life. Sparkle was losing her mind with excitement. This is it. This is home. We stepped onto the island. Mostly forest, plus 1 tall tower in the middle. No sign of the 3 birds. Sparkle led us deeper, weaving through trees, until she suddenly U-turned and landed on my shoulder in complete silence, pointing forward with 1 wing. I looked. 3 massive birds, sitting on boulders, sleeping peacefully. Left wing blue, right wing purple, eagle-like build. I recognized them instantly. B-rank wind thunder eagles. 3 of them. Asleep. I smiled the smile of a man who just found a buy 1 get 2 free sale on exactly the thing he needed most. Sweet dreams, big birdies. Enjoy the nap. It's the last one you'll take as free creatures. 3 B-rank wind thunder eagles. Sleeping. Right in front of me. Look, I could fight them fair and square. My team would win easily. But why would I do that when I have militia conversion talismans and 0 moral hesitation? I positioned Pippi Dragon, Mistweaver, and Ashue around them as backup, just in case. Then flicked 3 talismans at the sleeping birds. Done. 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 3 notification dings. 3 successful conversions. They didn't even wake up during the process. Croak. The first eagle opened its eyes and blinked at me. I blinked back. Did that eagle just croak? Like a frog? Croak? Croak? The other 2 woke up making the same sound. It wasn't a fluke. These majestic B-rank predators, these lords of wind and thunder, sound like amphibians. Their mom was apparently a toad. I named the leader Croak Croak. Because what else was I going to call him? His stats were solid. Level 5, Speed 33 with a 20% flying speed boost, and a skill called Wind Thunder Rush that does 300% strength damage in a torpedo charge. Respectable. Would be more respectable if he didn't sound like a pond. Next order of business. Peace treaty between Sparkle and Croak Croak. Whatever happened between you two before, it's over. Get along. Croak? Croak Croak tilted his head at Sparkle with zero recognition. Sparkle went ballistic, chirping and hopping and practically filing a police report. You beat us up. You stole our home. You ate our food. Croak Croak listened very carefully, tilted his head the other way, and still had absolutely no memory of it. Sparkle was about to commit murder. Enough. Croak Croak, take Sparkle to the food. She's starving. They came back with Sparkle carrying a mouthful of purple thundergrass, eyes squeezed shut in pure bliss. Food problem. Solved. Then I noticed the tower in the middle of the island. Clearly not natural. Someone built this. Croak Croak confirmed nothing else lived on the island. So I hopped on his back. He's big enough to ride, unlike my palm-sized sparrows, and we flew up. This is what I've been missing. Flight. Wind in my face. Ground shrinking below. Pure freedom. For about 4 seconds. Because the island is small and Croak Croak is fast, and we arrived before I could even finish my internal monologue about the beauty of aviation. I jumped through the tower window into an attic room. Table, chair, bed. Clear signs of intelligent life. Someone with culture and taste lived here. On the table, a journal filled with beautiful unknown script. Every page formatted like diary entries. On the last page, a drawing of 3 towers with a lightning bolt between them and plants underneath. No idea what it means. Taking it home. I also found 2 small dresses with holes in the back. For a tail. So whoever lived here was a small, tailed, literate female creature who kept a diary and had nice handwriting. This planet keeps getting weirder. Then my Lord interface pinged. 2 new features unlocked. The latter, PvP rankings, and dungeons, coming soon countdown. The latter was huge. Weekly rankings where top 3 get permanent aura buffs, and the shop sells hero summoning stone fragments. I set a teleport beacon on the floating island and warped home. Wenji greeted me the moment I landed. Welcome back, my lord. The settlement was already buzzing with activity under her management. Incredible woman. Worth every merit point of that thunder ring. I went to my room and opened the ladder. It had been live for 5 minutes. Lords were already complaining everywhere. Got matched against Mu Yu's Sawtooth Beast. 1 slash and I'm dead. Leon Cohen's cannon one-shot me. Screen went black. Where's Cloud Bro? Nobody's matched him yet. I want to fight Cloud Bro. Let him crush me. Oh yeah, bro. You good? I hit match. Finding an evenly matched opponent. Match found. Zhou Yun level 5 versus Lu Tiantian level 2. I appeared on a dueling platform. My opponent, a girl named Lu Tiantian, was frozen solid across from me. Her internal monologue was practically visible on her face. Evenly matched? I call BS. Countdown. 3, 2, 1. Go. I summoned Mist Weaver, Pippi Dragon, Bear 2, and Veggie 1. Lu Tiantian watched 5 killing machines charge at her and surrendered so fast her white flag created a breeze. Match over. Zhou Yun wins. That was unsatisfying. Match 2. This time a guy. I waved at him friendly-like during countdown. Even smiled. I surrender. Match over before it started. Again. Am I that scary? I didn't even go all out. Maybe my lineup was too intimidating? Fine. Match 3. I'll only summon 1 cauliflower beast. Just Veggie 1. Alone. How threatening can a single vegetable be? My opponent saw just 1 C-rank creature and got hyped. Cloud Bro. Let's go. He charged in with 3 E-rank happy beasts. Veggie 1 used Spinning Leaf Blade. 1 move. Silence. Everything died. Match over. I stared at the victory screen. Maybe the problem isn't my lineup. Maybe the problem is that everything I own is overpowered. 24 matches in. 24 wins. 0 actual fights. My latter experience so far was like bringing a flamethrower to a pillow fight. Most opponents surrendered the instant the countdown hit 0. The ones who didn't? 1 Spinning Leaf Blade from Veggie 1, and it was over. I stopped summoning anyone else after match 2 because it felt like bullying. The Lord Circle chat was a disaster zone. Cloudbro only sent 1 cauliflower beast, and I still got destroyed. I thought I had a chance. It was just a vegetable. Then the vegetable turned into a blender. Everyone just surrendered to Cloud Bro immediately, so he ranks up faster. He needs to fight the top players, not us. Agreed. We're doing this for the greater good. This definitely isn't targeting anyone specifically. So now lords were speed surrendering to boost me up the rankings. I didn't ask for this. I didn't organize this. But I wasn't going to complain either. Then I matched against Leon Cohen. Rank 4. My buddy. He messaged me before the countdown. Don't hold back. Full power. Alright man, you asked for it. I summoned my trial lineup. 8 cauliflower beasts, 3 mystic earth bears, and Pippi Dragon. Leon Cohen summoned 13 units. 4 pea shooters, 2 ice pea shooters, 3 tall nuts, 3 machine gun peas, and 1 heavy cannon pea. Wait, is this Plants vs. Zombies? Fire, he commanded a volley. 10 peas hit Bear 1 and dropped a third of his HP. Okay, that's actually decent. His plants were clearly leveled up from the trial. Then the heavy cannon fired a watermelon-sized black cannonball. Bear 2 jumped up and slapped it. Got blown backward. Lost a fifth of his HP. But he saved Bear 1 from taking more damage. Here's the thing about Leon Cohen's army. It has 0 mobility. Everything is rooted to the ground. Literally. They're plants. My bears figured out the rotation on their own. Bear 3 tanked the peas. Bear 2 intercepted the cannon. Bear 1 saved stamina for the frontline crash. No commands from me. Pure B-rank battle IQ. They reached the tall nuts, Leon Cohen's defensive wall. The tall nuts puffed up heroically, blocking for their comrades. Brave little guys. Lasted about 8 seconds. Once the nuts cracked, the shooters behind them were completely exposed. Veggie Squad arrived and started the lawn mowing. One by one, Leon Cohen's plants dissolved into light particles. The worst part for him? Me and Pippi Dragon never even moved. We stood there watching the whole time. The gap between us keeps getting bigger, he said, voice heavy. Then he did something incredibly stupid and incredibly Leon Cohen. He punched Bear 1 with his bare fist. Bear 1, who does not understand concepts like friendship or dramatic gestures, immediately smacked him with a palm the size of a frying pan. Match over. Rank 3. Next match, Muyu. Rank 2. Countdown ended. She instantly raised her white flag with a wink. Can't beat you bye-bye. She stuck her tongue out and vanished. I didn't even get to see her famous sawtooth beast. Come on. Rank 2. Next match, the current number 1. Hua Xiaowan. Chestnut brown braids. Girl next door energy. Looked about as dangerous as a cup of warm milk. I watched your trial footage, she said calmly. I know I can't win, but I want to try. Respect. I summoned my full trial roster. Pippi Dragon, 3 bears, 8 vegetables. Giving her the courtesy she deserved. Then she did something No1 had done before. She didn't summon a single creature. She just ran straight at me. What? I sent everyone forward. Pippi Dragon charged first. He lowered his head for a full-speed ram, 78 strength behind it, basically a truck. At the last possible millisecond, Hua Xiaowan did a front flip over Pippi Dragon. Clean. Perfect. Like she'd practiced it 1,000 times. Pippi Dragon's momentum carried him past her. He couldn't stop. She was through the first line. But there are still 11 more, she danced. Actually danced through my bears and vegetables. Her feet moved like water. Her body twisted like a butterfly, weaving between claws and leaf blades with millimeters to spare. Every attack missed. She was slower than all of them, but her technique was so refined that raw speed didn't matter. She's a martial artist. A real one. Years of training. If she reached me in a one-on-one, I'd honestly lose. But she couldn't shake them. Too many bodies. Pippi Dragon was already turning around to cut her off. She was trapped in the middle of my formation with nowhere to. She looked directly at me and smiled. Come out, Playboy.0. Now things are getting interesting. 6 Playboy creatures appeared around my team in a ring formation. Pink suits. Child-sized. No faces. Just smooth blank skin where eyes, nose, and mouth should be. Hee 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 hee. That creepy giggle hit everyone. Pippi Dragon, all 3 bears, all 8 vegetables, instantly drunk. Eyes glazed over, swaying like they just did 12 shots at a bar. Hua Xiaowan slipped through my entire defense like water through a net. I had to admit, this girl was clever. Most lords hide behind their monsters. She did the opposite. SHE was the weapon. The Playboy creatures were just her support, using charm to disable my team while she closed the gap. She was coming straight for me. No monsters between us. But here's the thing she didn't account for. My speed is 85. Hers? Maybe 30 on a good day. Fastest martial arts in the world don't matter if you literally cannot reach me. I'm synced with a level 24 water swordsman. She might as well be chasing a sports car on roller skates. I was actually about to fight her barehanded just to test myself when she suddenly stopped 5 meters away, raised both hands, and smiled. Okay, I give up. Cloud Brother is too strong. Even up close I have no chance. But since I'm pretty decent, can I get a friend request? And maybe carry me through dungeons later? Please? She was completely surrounded by my recovering bears and vegetables at this point. She knew it was over. Smart and self-aware. Sure, I accepted. Yay, thanks, Cloud Brother. She blew a kiss and raised the white flag. Rank 1. On the top of the ladder. I set my defense lineup. 3 bears, 8 vegetables, Pippi Dragon, and checked the ladder shop. 2,000 ladder coins total. Random hero summoning stone fragments cost 1,000 each. You need 10 fragments for 1 complete stone. That's 10,000 coins. At max earnings per week. 10 weeks per stone. And the odds? A rank hero, 1 in 10 million. C rank hero, 1%. If you're grinding guaranteed C rank through pure bad luck, 100 stones. 1,000 weeks. Nearly 20 years. No wonder my teacher kept saying heroes are almost impossible to recruit. I have 4 heroes, and that's apparently miraculous. I bought 2 fragments and called it a day. Hua Xiaonuan immediately sent a friend request with a message. Don't forget about me, face with dung, face with dung. Back to real business. Evolution time. Wenji reported the evolution stone platform was ready. I called Ashue over. He was carrying lumber for construction, silent as always. The water swordsmen are the strong, quiet types of my roster. Unlike certain bears who whimper for head pats and certain vegetables who do victory dances. Step on the platform. He obeyed instantly. I placed 1 evolution stone into the left slot. White thread-like lines rose from the platform and started wrapping around his legs. Second stone. More threads. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth. A rank evolution requires 6 stones. That's 60,000 merit worth of rocks for 1 upgrade. Not cheap. Then I placed 10 cerulean crystals into the right slot, water element minerals to match Ashue's element. The white threads turned blue. The moment every thread turned blue, boom. A massive pillar of blue light erupted into the sky. AHHHH. Ashue screamed. Not in pain exactly, but in that weird zone between agony and ecstasy. His body floated up inside the light column, arms spread wide, and started changing. Broader frame. More elaborate clothing. Golden patterns burning themselves into his sword, his coat, his hat. Everything becoming more refined, more powerful, more dramatic. The light faded. He drifted back down to the platform. New face, sharper, more angular. New outfit, ornate with golden embroidery. New rapier, gorgeous craftsmanship. Your water swordsman has successfully evolved into Water Sword Master. Water Sword Master. That's the swordsmanship specialization path, focused on blade technique over assassination or defense. Exactly what I wanted. Oh, and because I'm synced to Ashue's stats, whatever upgrade he just got, I got it too. I was about to check his new stat sheet when Mistweaver walked over. She looked at the newly evolved Ashue, then looked at me. He seems strong now, my lord. May I spar with him? Oh. Mistweaver, my mysterious, amnesia-riddled, too cool to talk A-rank hero, just asked permission to fight my freshly evolved A-rank swordsman. The rivalry arc begins. Mistweaver asked to spar with the freshly evolved Ashue, and I could tell, for the first time ever, this emotionless woman was actually excited. Her eyes had a little sparkle. For Mistweaver, that's the equivalent of a normal person doing backflips. Ashue looked at me for permission. His eyes had the same sparkle. 2 ice-cold, silent warriors suddenly wanting to fight each other? This is the crossover episode one didn't know I needed. Training ground. Go. Every single follower in the settlement dropped what they were doing to watch. I thought they were interested in the fight. But no, they were all staring at Ashue with pure jealousy. He got to evolve first, and they all wanted to be next. Sorry guys. Evolution stones cost 10,000 merit each. You'll get your turn. Eventually. Maybe. Let me tell you about Ashue's new stats though. Water Sword Master. All stats got 5 from evolution. New talent. Water Sword Intent lets him sense attacks and enhance his sword technique. New skill. Calm Waters sheaths sword, charges up, then draws and slashes everything in his path for 500% water damage. 5-minute cooldown. Also, his old skill Mirror Moon now creates 5 water clones instead of basic copies, and each clone can use his new skill. 5 clones times 40% each times 500% equals 1000% clone damage, plus 500% from the original. Total, 1500% water damage in one move. With 86 strength, that's 1290 damage. Anything with less than 129 endurance gets deleted. But first, the spar. Ashue moved first. A blur. Steel met steel. Ting. They separated. Clashed again. And again. Ting. 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 Clang. I blinked. Wait. Ashue was keeping up with Mistweaver? She's faster than him. Her speed is 101. But his swordsmanship was so refined that speed alone couldn't break through his technique. Wenji analyzed it perfectly while fanning herself. Mistweaver hasn't gone all out yet. But Ashue's improvement is remarkable. His water sword intent lets him read the flow of battle and respond perfectly. In pure technique alone, even S-rank creatures would struggle to surpass him. S-rank technique? On a creature I evolved 20 minutes ago, after a few more exchanges, Ashue started breathing hard. Mistweaver was still completely relaxed. She sheathed her blade. Now, use everything. Ashue nodded. Sheathed his sword. 5 water clones materialized around him. All 6, original plus clones, gripped their hilts. His eyes flashed blue under his hat brim. Then, 6 blue lines of light sliced through Mistweaver's body simultaneously. Ashue appeared behind her. Clones gone. Sword sliding back into sheath. Click. Silence. Even the falling leaves seemed to freeze midair. Calm Waters. Full combo. Point blank. Did Ashue just win? My heart was pounding. But then I noticed, Mistweaver hadn't moved. At all. She just stood there like nothing happened. Oh no. Oh no. Did I just watch my A-rank hero get one-shot by her own sparring partner? Fog started rising. Thick, fast, blinding white fog everywhere. I couldn't see 3 feet ahead. Then, shing, one blinding white line split the entire world in half. Crash, crash, crash. Trees toppled. Boulders shattered. The ground itself split open into a deep trench. The fog vanished as fast as it appeared. Mistweaver stood exactly where she'd been, completely unharmed. The training ground next to her? Devastated. Trees flattened. A canyon where flat ground used to be. What just happened? Thank you, she said quietly. I think. I remembered something. Ashue nodded silently and walked away. Not angry. Not upset. Just respectful. Absolute Sigma behavior from both of them. I checked Mistweaver's status panel. New skill unlocked. Mist Cut. Turns into mist, becomes completely invulnerable for 1 second, then expands fog and delivers a 700% physical damage slash to everything in range. 1-minute cooldown. 700%. Ashue's equivalent skill is 500% with a 5-minute cooldown. Mistweaver's does 40% more damage with 80% less cooldown. If Ashue's skill is standard A rank, then Mist Cut is borderline S rank. She tanked the full 1290 damage combo because the first second of her skill makes her immune to everything. Then she countered with a casual landscape remodeling slash. My injured amnesiac hero might actually be S rank at full power. The Fountain of Youth couldn't heal her though, so whatever's wrong goes deeper than normal injuries. All she needs is more moments like today, random memory triggers, which is incredibly unhelpful because I can't exactly schedule epiphanies. After the excitement died down, I pulled out the journal from the floating island tower. Anyone read this? Whisker and Ellie squinted at it. Looks familiar? Can't place it. Wenji tapped her fan. This is Gili Mountain Clan script. Gili Mountain. Yes, that's it. Ellie and Whisker both facepalmed simultaneously. Apparently, the Gili Mountain Clan is legendary among heroes. Masters of forging, alchemy, formations, divination. Basically the supreme nerds of this world. Every hero and lord dreams of getting their help, but they're incredibly reclusive and almost impossible to find. Can anyone translate it? Wenji smiled sheepishly. I can identify the script, but that's all I can do. Whisker, same. Ellie, Same. I can. Everyone spun around. Mist Weaver. Again with the surprise contributions. She took the journal and just started reading it out loud. Casually. Like it was a children's book. Fluently translating a script that 3 other heroes couldn't even read. Who are you, Mist Weaver? After she finished, I pieced it together. The drawing on the last page shows 3 towers called Thunder Collection Towers. Fill them with enough thunder energy, and they produce a potion that heals all injuries. Heals all injuries. That sounds exactly like the Fountain of Youth. And I happen to have a floating island with thunder rune stones, lightning sparrows that generate electricity, wind thunder eagles that produce thunder energy, and an amnesiac hero with mysterious injuries that regular healing can't fix. The universe is practically drawing me a map. Wenji confirmed my theory. The cave where the Fountain of Youth is located sits exactly in the center of where the 3 Thunder Collection Towers would be. My heart rate spiked. If those towers can actually produce the Fountain of Youth, that changes everything. Right now I've got maybe 150 milliliters left, about 3,000 drops. Good for 3,000 healing uses or 15 years of lifespan extension. Sounds like a lot until you remember I already gave 10 drops to the nation, and the cave is producing new drops slower and slower. Last time I watched, 1 drop per hour. And getting worse. Then Wenji hit me with the cold water. The towers don't need regular lightning. They need something called extreme thunder, which only comes once a year. And when extreme thunder approaches, an S-rank void thunder devourer beast usually shows up to eat it. S-rank. This creature doesn't level up through combat. It levels up by eating lightning. If it's consumed extreme thunder before, its level could be very high. So let me get this straight. To make more Fountain of Youth, I need rare lightning that attracts an S-rank monster that gets stronger by eating the exact thing I need. Wonderful. Perfect game design. No notes. 12 days until the next extreme thunder. I immediately ordered Wenji to rush the settlement to level 10. At level 10, I unlock barrier blueprints, which would actually protect us from both the storm and the monster. Every other project? Secondary. At 5:23 p.m., the stone road was finished and the settlement hit level 6. New buildings unlocked. Power plant, workshop, magic tower, research lab, hatchery. The power plant and workshop were priorities. Make light bulbs, build street lamps, extend work hours by 2 hours daily. More construction time equals faster leveling. That night, I checked the dungeon countdown. 14 hours until dungeons open. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. I messaged Hua Xiaowan. Dungeon at 10 tomorrow. Response in 3 seconds. Ready. Then Liang Kuan messaged. Got room for one more? Yes. Then I invited Muyu, who'd been supplying me with lumber all day like a loyal employee. You want to bring me? I'll just hold you back. Just come. Okie dokie. For slots filled. 1 left. I posted in the Lord's Circle. Dungeon tomorrow 10 a.m. For looking for one. Fixed teammate spot. The chat erupted. Me. Pick me Cloud Bro. I'm cute and flexible, and I can warm your bed. Pick me. Sir. This is a public forum. I posted again. Roll for it. First person to roll 100 gets in. 1 try each. The rolling began. Your random number. 4. Haha, watch this. Your random number. 2. 36. 67. 1. Your random number. 99. 1. OFF. 1. OFF. Your random number. 100. Dead silence. Then chaos. Already. I will find you and end you. Lucky dog deserves nothing. The winner, Fu Yinjia, immediately messaged. Me in a panic. Cloud Bro, hi, I'm actually really weak. Is that okay? I'm very nervous. Just show up on time. Yes, SIR. Thank you, SIR. Next morning. 10 a.m. sharp. Dungeon opens. Everyone joins instantly. The dungeon was called Age Wallow. F rank. Lowest difficulty. Gray sky. Purple ground. Floating dust. Dead trees. Cracked earth. Scattered bones. Looked like someone took a regular landscape and ran it through a depression filter. Liang Kuan sighed. No materials to collect here. Muyu stayed positive. Maybe after we beat the boss, things improve. Hua Xiaowan smiled. It's fine. Good practice either way. Fu Yinjia rubbed his head. I'll do whatever Cloud Bro says. Everyone looked at me for orders. Fair enough. Spread out. Find the disaster beast shadow. Report when found. Don't engage alone. I hopped on Pippi Dragon and charged ahead. The disaster beast shadow is basically a mega boss. a condensed evil spirit with HP calculated at endurance times 1000. The dungeon has no regular monsters. Just this one nightmare creature. Safe until you find it. Terrifying after. I was riding at full speed when Fu Yinjia pinged the team chat. Found it. Come quick. That was fast. I turned toward his radar. Then the ground started shaking. And his dust started moving. Toward me. Fast. Cloud Bro save me. Oh no. Pippi Dragon accelerated. I spotted the source of the earthquakes. A 10-meter tall ape. Holding a club as thick as its own thigh. Every step made the ground bounce. I used probe and nearly swallowed my tongue. Level 151. 151. That means this thing has killed 150 lords before us. Each kill makes it stronger. It's been farming players. Endurance 64 times 1000. That's 64,000 HP. Skills include a jumping overhead smash and a vortex attack, where it plants its club in the ground and generates continuous AoE damage. I summoned all 4 heroes at once. Mistweaver, Wenji, Whisker, Ellie, everyone. Heroes only get XP if they're present for the kill. No freeloading from Lord Space. The ape was already mid-leap, club raised above its head, aimed directly at the tiny speck that was Fu Yinjia running for his life below. Buddy, I told you not to engage alone. To be fair, he didn't engage. He just existed too loudly in the wrong neighborhood. Save me, Fu Yinjia was screaming while a 10-meter ape shadow was bringing a club down on his head like he was a nail. He threw some little light orbs into the air in desperation. Cute. Buddy. Real cute. While Hua Xianwan, Mu Yu, and Liang Kuan were sprinting toward him from different directions. But none of them would make it in time. Save him, I ordered, and fired a wind-slash simultaneously. Wenji moved instantly. One blink, she was next to Fu Yinjia, hand on his shoulder. Second blink, they were both standing next to me, 200 meters away from danger. Her skill, discerning balance, is absolutely broken for rescue operations. 3 seconds of free teleportation within an 860-meter sphere. She basically has an Uber that runs on intelligence stats. Boom. The ape's club cratered the ground where Fu Yinjia had been standing 1 second ago. Black dust erupted everywhere. Fu Yinjia hadn't even processed what happened when Mistweaver was already engaging the boss. White fog engulfed the ape. Then, flash, one blinding slash. The boss's HP bar visibly dropped. Fu Yinjia's brain started doing math out loud, and I could practically hear the gears grinding. 64 endurance. Times 1000. That's 64,000 HP. And that one attack moved the bar by 1%. That's 640 damage in a single hit. His jaw was on the floor. Then he looked at me standing there completely calm. Then he noticed Ellie launching a green magic missile. Then Whisker sprinting at the ape with a hammer bigger than his own body. Then he saw Wenji standing elegantly behind me, fanning herself. His brain crashed. Rebooted. Crashed again. 1, 2, 3. Plus Mistweaver. 4 heroes. 4? At this stage of the game? How is that even legal? Is this modded? Poor guy was having an existential crisis while my team was dismantling a level 151 boss. Whisker jumped into the air with a battle cry, watched the hammer, and slammed his weapon onto the ape's skull. Fire exploded outward on impact. Meanwhile, Mistweaver was putting on a clinic on the other side. The ape swung its club at her. She ghosted past it. Then, in the time it took me to blink, 1 slash. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 attacks before the ape could even wind up for another swing. Her speed is 7 times the boss's speed. It's not a fight, it's bullying. The ape was furious, roaring, swinging wildly. Couldn't touch Mistweaver's sleeve. This 10-meter tall, 150 lord killing nightmare boss looked like an old man trying to swat a fly. By the time Hua Xianwan, Liang Kuan, and Mu Yu arrived, maybe 2 minutes into the fight, the boss had already lost 10% of its HP. They were stunned. Historically, the best rookie lords in previous years got absolutely destroyed on their first dungeon run. Even the top-ranked veterans entered dungeons expecting to barely survive. Some lords died to the disaster beast shadow, and these things come back stronger with every kill. And here was my team casually shaving off health bars like it was a Tuesday afternoon workout. My 3 teammates summoned their followers and joined the battle trying to help. Keyword, trying. Their attacks hit the ape, and its HP bar didn't even twitch. The three of them stood there watching their followers bounce off the boss like mosquitoes against a truck, while my heroes carved chunks out of it every second. I could see the exact moment their pride left their bodies. I thought we'd at least contribute a little. We're literally just here for the XP split, aren't we? We are being carried so hard right now. Yeah, you are. But that's okay. That's literally why I invited you. More players means more total XP, and since damage determines distribution, I get the lion's share anyway. You guys just stand there, look pretty, and collect your participation trophies. Cloud Bros got this. Even my own heroes were having existential crises during this fight. Whisker was swinging his oversized hammer with everything he had, but his damage was maybe a tenth of Mistweaver's. He's an honest worker. He tries hard. But standing next to Mistweaver is like being a flashlight next to the sun. Ellie had it even worse. She's a healer. Her whole purpose is keeping people alive. But Mistweaver was dodging everything. 101 speed plus 50% evasion talent meant the boss couldn't land a hit if it tried for a year. The only person who occasionally took damage was Whisker getting clipped by area attacks, and even that was barely enough to justify Ellie existing. She was reduced to throwing tiny long-range attacks at a 64,000 HP boss just to feel useful. A healer with nothing to heal. That's not a job, that's a tragedy. When G summed it up, Mistweaver is truly incredible. Ellie nodded sadly. Even the compliment hurt. Then I heard something weird. Go babies. Hit him. Punch. Kick. Get him. Fu Yinjie was dancing around like a cheerleader, screaming encouragement at nothing. I couldn't see anything. Who are you calling babies? He turned bright red. My followers. They're maggot beasts. They're just really small maggot beasts. I squinted at the battlefield. Still nothing. What rank? He got excited that I was interested and started telling me his whole origin story. So, my territory when I awakened? It's a toilet, a toilet, a toilet. I know. I almost quit being a lord entirely. But then your red envelopes saved me. The first one gave me 20 wood. The second one gave me an E-rank maggot beast. And this maggot beast has one special ability. It can convert actual maggots into F-rank maggot beasts. And in my toilet, there are a lot of maggots. I stared at this man. He continued, beaming with pride. The conversion is fast. I knocked down a wall of the toilet to build a follower conversion station. And now I have a maggot army. No food costs. No recruitment problems. As long as I have time, my army grows infinitely. They're weak individually, but they level up. And once they're high enough level, they'll be a real force. He looked me dead in the eyes. Cloud Bro, I have a dream. I want to become the king of maggots. I lost it. Not because the dream was stupid. Honestly, the strategy is kind of genius. Zero overhead costs, infinite scaling, self-sustaining ecosystem. It's the most disgusting business model I've ever heard, and it's brilliant. What got me was, King of Maggots, said with the same energy as Emperor of the Universe. Cloud Bro, could you help me out? My first batch needs time to grow, and I'm really struggling early on. I'll never forget your kindness. This kid went from, save me, to, be my patron, in under 10 minutes. Respect the hustle. Sure, I'll bring you along when I can. His smile nearly split his face in half. Oh, but recall your maggot beast army for now. Why? They're expendable. I have tons. They're splitting the experience. OH. He looked at the boss, which had dropped another 20% HP while we were chatting, and frantically recalled his invisible maggot swarm. Mistweaver continued her one-woman demolition. The level 151, 150 Lord killing, 64,000 HP Disaster Beast Shadow was nothing more than a very durable punching bag. It roared. It swung. It raged. It never touched her once. The others stood there watching their followers bounce off the boss, doing zero visible damage. Liang Kuan's plants shot peas that might as well have been compliments. Mu Yu's sawtooth beast scratched the surface and accomplished nothing. Hua Xiaomuan's playboys giggled at it, and the boss didn't even notice. Then, with one final pathetic howl, the Disaster Beast Shadow exploded into black dust. Total time, 12 minutes, 53 seconds. New record. The system announcement was beautiful. Congratulations. Zhou party has cleared Age Wallow Dungeon. Time, 12:53. Record broken. Because your Lord's Circle holds the fastest clear record, All lords in the circle receive 1 hour dungeon exploration time. You're welcome, everyone. Your Maggot King's patron just speedran the dungeon and gave the whole community a bonus. The moment that dungeon clear announcement went out, every lord in our circle lost their minds. 13 minutes? I haven't even found the boss in 13 minutes. My followers got hit once and almost wiped. Is Cloud Bro even human? Then the bootlickers arrived in force. Our Cloud Bro merely waved his hand, and the beast lay down. You mortals cannot comprehend, bro. There's a limit to brown-nosing. Limit? Cloud Bro's record just gave every lord in our circle an extra hour of dungeon exploration time. That's F-rank resources for free. You want to complain about my licking? Go break a record yourself, and I'll lick you too. Can't argue with that logic honestly. See, here's how dungeons work for most lords. The boss is unkillable, so they just avoid it and spend their 30-minute time limit grabbing resources. That's it. That's the whole strategy. Sneak around the murder ape and pick up rocks. But if someone in your lord's circle holds a top 10 speed record, everyone gets bonus exploration time. And first place gives 1 full extra hour. Their 30 minutes just became 90 minutes. 3 times the resources. Weekly. Forever until someone beats the record. I basically gave my entire circle a 200% raise by doing what I was going to do anyway. Meanwhile, in other lord circles across the globe, veteran lords were panicking. Circle 12, where some legendary Wind God lord held the previous record. Wind God spent years perfecting his 36-minute, 17-second run. This circle 1176 just did it in 12 minutes? That's not breaking the record. That's humiliating it. They're all rookies in that circle. We need to find whoever did this. Recruit them. Do not make them an enemy. Absolutely. Whatever it takes. This conversation was happening in dozens of circles simultaneously. Everyone wanted to know who the monster in Circle 1176 was. My circle had no idea about any of this. They were too busy celebrating their new resource bonus. Back inside the dungeon, the real reward was happening. Since Mu Yu, Liang Kuan, Hua Xianwan, and Fu Yinjia all smartly recalled their followers before the killing blow, all the boss experience went to my 4 heroes. Split evenly. Golden light erupted from all 4 of them simultaneously. Level after level after level. When the glow faded, all 4 heroes hit level 11. Clean. Synchronized. Like a K-pop group leveling up in formation. Now here's where rank difference becomes brutal. Whisker and Ellie are C-rank heroes. They get 4 stat points per level. 10 levels equals 40 points each. Decent. Wenji is B rank. 8 points per level. 10 levels equals 80 points. Solid. Mistweaver is A rank. 16 points per level. 10 levels equals 160 points. Let that sink in. Mistweaver gained more stats from this one dungeon run than Whisker and Ellie's entire stat sheets combined. A rank isn't just a little better than C rank. It's a completely different sport. Whisker and Ellie are playing checkers. Mistweaver is playing 4D interdimensional chess while blindfolded and still winning. And since I'm synced to Ashue's stats, who's also A rank and already level 24, my personal combat power just keeps climbing too. 1 dungeon. 13 minutes. For heroes leveled to 11. An entire lord circle getting triple resources. And veteran lords and circles I've never heard of holding emergency meetings about how to recruit me. Not bad for a Tuesday morning. Let me check Mistweaver's updated stats real quick. Speed, 149. Strength, 137. Endurance, 133. Plus 50% evasion talent. Plus a skill that makes her literally invincible for 1 second followed by a 700% damage slash. This woman is a war crime with legs. During the dungeon fight, she had 101 speed and the boss couldn't touch her shadow. Now she's at 149. I genuinely don't think anything in the current game could hit her if she was standing still with her eyes closed doing a crossword puzzle. Dungeon's done. I've got stuff to do at home. Later, I waved at the group. Fu Yinjia looked heartbroken. Already? There's still an hour of exploration time. Liang Kuan explained it for him after I left. F-rank resources. He doesn't care about those. Hua Xianwan stuck her tongue out. Honestly, I'm relieved he's gone. The pressure of standing next to Cloud Brother was crushing my soul. Mu Yu, ever the responsible one, announced. He carried us through this. We're saving him a share of whatever we find. Everyone agreed instantly. Good kids. Back at my territory, I was restless. Wenji was running everything perfectly. Construction humming, workers organized, projects on schedule. I had nothing to do. I kept wandering around the settlement wanting to help carry wood or lay bricks, but every time I reached for something, I'd feel Wenji's eyes on me. That look said, "If you pick up that plank, I will lose respect for you." So I just paced for hours, like a dad at a hospital waiting room. Then at 3 p.m., Wenji appeared with news. "My lord, the Wind Thunder Eagles found a village. Northeast Valley." My heart jumped. A village. Intelligent life. It appears to be a settlement of the Melialu tribe. The Who, an ancient race I read about once. White skin, rabbit-like ears and tail, ruby-red eyes, extremely agile with exceptional eyesight. Natural-born archers. What's their temperament? This was the critical question. In 300 years of Lord history, most alien races Earth has encountered were not friendly. According to the ancient text, very peaceful. Hate conflict. Great. However, when the Wind Thunder Eagle flew near their valley, they shot arrows at it. That I thought you said peaceful, that's what confused me too. And stranger still, they missed. The Melialu are legendary marksmen. If they actually wanted to hit the eagle, they wouldn't have missed. Warning shots? Interesting. Should we make contact? Wenji nodded firmly. Their valley will eventually border our territory anyway. Better to establish relations now. But please bring me along. My discerning balance teleport could save us if things go wrong. 2 minutes later, full expedition squad assembled. Me, Wenji, Mistweaver, Whisker, Ellie, Pippi Dragon, and the newly evolved Water Sword Master Ashue. Not quite every card in my hand, but definitely the best ones. The journey was smooth. No encounters. No problems. Until we reached the valley entrance. My hand hit something invisible, like pressing against a soap bubble made of steel. Soft, but completely unyielding. Ripples spread from my touch. A barrier. Wenji identified it immediately. Star formation barrier. Blocks entry and reflects force back at double strength. Very advanced work, so that's why the arrows missed the eagle. They weren't warning shots. The eagle was outside the barrier. The arrows probably bounced off. "Who are you? Why are you here?" A girl's voice. Sharp. Scared. I looked up. Standing on a hill inside the barrier was a young girl with snow-white skin, ruby eyes, and fluffy rabbit ears pointing straight up in alarm. She had a bow drawn and aimed directly at us, exactly matching Wenji's description. Every detail. Except Wenji forgot to mention she'd be adorable. Before I could say a word, Mistweaver silently glided in front of me. Shield position. Whisker moved to my left flank, hammer ready. Nobody ordered them. They just did it. Professional bodyguards with zero chill. A bunny girl archer behind a magic barrier versus an A-rank speed demon, a hammer-wielding dwarf, an evolved swordsman, a dragon, a healer, a teleporting strategist, and me. This could go very well or very badly, and there is absolutely no in-between. What happened next shocked me more than anything else today. Wenji yelled at the bunny girl. Sweet, polite, fan-waving, tea-sipping Wenji just went full drill sergeant. Insolence. Standing before you is the lord of this realm. You dare raise a weapon against him. The rabbit girl nearly dropped her bow. Oh lord, Wenji flashed her silver vice lord crown. I followed up with my gold lord crown. The girl's ruby eyes went dinner plate wide. It's real. The prophecy is true. Prophecy? What prophecy? Nobody tells me anything. She immediately bowed, so deep her rabbit ears touched the ground. Red Sleeve didn't know? Please forgive me. I tried to walk toward her graciously, and face-planted into the invisible barrier. Again, Wenji didn't even look at me. Just tapped her fan. Open the barrier. Now. Why yes ma'am. Note to self. Never make Wenji angry. She can switch from elegant scholar to terrifying boss lady faster than Mistweaver can draw her sword. Inside the barrier, the landscape was different from what we saw outside, including a huge blackened area to the northwest. Red Sleeve explained sadly. That was our giant radish forest. The Void Thunder Devourer destroyed it 7 years ago. We haven't eaten giant radishes since. Giant radishes. Their favorite food. Apparently these B-rank spirit plants don't just taste amazing. They boost the Melialu tribe's combat power and are essential for reproduction. No radishes equals no babies equals dying race. Then 8 more Melialu warriors appeared, bows drawn. I flashed my crown before anyone could yell this time. All 8 hit the ground, bowing simultaneously. Forgive US Lord. Learning curve? Instant. They led me to their chief's house. The whole tribe gathered around, staring at me with excited, hopeful eyes, like I was Santa Claus arriving at an orphanage. The chief's house was beautiful, flowers and trees literally growing into the furniture. On a bed made of leaves lay their leader, Red Leaf. She could barely move. One look at her face and 2 words came to mind: gentle and kind. Even near death, she was smiling warmly. So the Lord has finally arrived. We've been waiting so long. She explained everything. 10 years ago, their previous chief sacrificed her entire remaining lifespan to perform a prophecy. That prophecy said the Lord, would be their salvation. 12 days from now, extreme thunder comes. With it, the void thunder devourer beast. S-rank. Last year, the Melula tribe fought it with everything they had. They lost half their people. Red Leaf nearly died blocking its attack. They barely drove it away. This year it'll come back angrier. Please, Lord, protect us. And in return, my entire tribe pledges loyalty. A system prompt appeared. The Melula tribe wishes to swear allegiance. Accept. Hold on. Let me check the merchandise first. I used probe on Red Leaf. A rank. Level 20. 2 talents. Long shot and precognition. 2 skills. Ruby explosive shot. 1000% single target damage. And Ruby scatter shot. 500% AoE. 10 arrows at once. Double talents. Double skills. Nobody in my roster has that combination. And precognition? She can literally see the future. That's not a talent. That's a cheat code. Sure, her current stats were pathetic from injuries. Strength 5, Speed 1. But that's fixable. I have a certain golden liquid for exactly this situation. Then I checked Red Garment, the guard captain. B rank. Level 12. Same level as Bear 1, but better stats across the board. Also has 2 skills. Her Ruby explosive shot does 500% damage with a 10-second cooldown. That's nuts for a B rank. The full tribe census? 49 members. 4 F rank, for E rank, 10 D rank, 22 C rank, 8 B rank, 1 A rank. 6 different rank tiers in one tribe. My regular monsters are all born at a fixed rank. But Melula babies start weak and rank up by eating giant radishes during childhood. By age 12 they typically reach C rank naturally. The only problem, no radishes for 7 years means the young ones are stuck at low ranks. Accept allegiance. A golden contract book materialized in the air, inscribed itself with glowing text, and flew into my forehead. Done. 49 new followers, including an A-rank chief with future sight and a B-rank archer captain who outstats my bears. Not bad for a walk in the woods. Red Leaf was still explaining her situation with a sad smile. My injuries can't be healed. The Void Thunder's attack was too devastating. I can feel my life force draining away. She stopped mid-sentence. Because I was already holding a small bottle of golden liquid. I uncorked it. Rich, warm life energy flooded the room. Her eyes widened. Is that Fountain of Youth? I dripped 1 drop onto her forehead. Golden light engulfed her body. Red Garment slapped both hands over her mouth. Because Red Leaf, the woman who couldn't move for a year, who was slowly dying in bed, who everyone thought was finished, pushed herself upright and SAT up. Just 1 drop. I love being the guy with the cheat items. Red Leaf sat up in bed. The woman who couldn't move for a year just sat up, like she'd been napping. She swung her legs over the side. Her feet, which were dead gray yesterday according to Red Garment, touched the floor with healthy, pink-white skin. Red Garment's hands flew to her mouth. Then her knees hit the floor. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. I tried to pull her up. Please, you don't need to. Thud. Red Leaf was also on the ground bowing. Lord, your life-saving grace. I can never repay it. Loyalty notification, Red Leaf 100. Through fire and water, never betray, Red Garment 100. Same. 1 drop of Fountain of Youth. 2 maxed loyalties. Return on investment? Infinite. I got them both up and immediately pivoted to business. Your body's fixed. Now let's deal with the actual problem. Wenji nodded. The Void Thunder Devourer is coming in 12 days. I made the call. Red Leaf, pack up your tribe. You're coming to my settlement. The beast attacked here before. It'll come back here. My base is safer. Red Leaf and Red Garment exchanged a look. Then that sad smile again. If we leave, the Melulu tribe dies anyway. Why? giant radishes. They're everything to us. Without them, our children stay F rank forever. Without them, we can't reproduce. And the only giant radish seedling we saved is right here. No radishes, no babies, no growth, no future. Their entire civilization runs on root vegetables. Wenji confirmed, ancient texts say giant radishes are exclusive to Melula territory. They likely don't grow anywhere else. I looked at the sickly yellow-green seedling. Used probe. Red-white giant radish, damaged. C-rank spirit plant. Shop value, 100 gold coins. 100 gold coins for a single plant? That's insane. This radish is worth more than most of my equipment. The entire tribe was staring at me. 49 pairs of ruby eyes, including toddlers, all thinking the same thing. Can he save our radish? Ellie had already tried healing it. Nothing worked. I pulled out the fountain of youth. My heart was doing calculations. This stuff works on people, works on monsters, but plants? No idea. Could be pouring liquid gold onto dirt for all I know. One drop. On the leaf. It absorbed instantly. The whole seedling glowed gold. Every Melula gasped simultaneously. The glow faded. Everyone leaned in. The leaves are greener. The stem is straighter. It worked, maybe? Wenji wasn't sure. Looks better on the outside, but we can't know unless we dig it up. No. Red Sleeve threw her body over the plant like a mother protecting her child. If you dig it up, it'll die. I was about to drop a second precautionary drop when the leaf twitched. Then the seedling started growing. 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet, branches exploding outward, leaves multiplying. In 10 seconds, it was a full 3-meter tree. Then it flowered. Then the flowers dropped. Then radishes appeared, red and white, hanging from every branch like Christmas ornaments. Plump, enormous, glistening. Red Leaf stared at the tree. 2 tears rolled down her cheeks. Giant radishes. We have giant radishes again. The whole tribe lost it. Ugly crying. Group hugging. Full waterworks. We won't go extinct. We have hope again. One tiny toddler Melula tugged her mother's sleeve, pointing at the radish with huge red eyes. Mama, eat. Want eat. Even Red Sleeve was drooling on herself. Radishes started falling from the tree like rain. The tribe scrambled to catch them. Final count. 36 giant radishes, each one weighing 130 to 150 pounds. Their previous annual harvest? 2 or 3. Maximum. Sometimes 0. I just gave them a decade's worth of food in 1 magic drop. Thank you, Lord, for saving our entire race. Red Leaf, face down, on the ground again. Everyone else, face down. The toddler, adorably face down, copying her mom. Full tribe prostration. 49 bunny people bowing at my feet. Loyalty update. Entire Melula tribe permanently locked at 100. Through fire and water, never betray. Can't argue with results. Then Red Leaf hit me with the real bombshell. With enough giant radishes and time, every single member of our tribe can advance to A rank. All. 49. A rank. I did the math in my head and nearly passed out. 49 A rank archers with double skills and ruby explosive shot capabilities. That's not an army. That's an extinction event. How long to reach full A rank? Wenji asked. About half a month. Too slow. The beast comes in 12 days. Then we can guarantee all B rank by then. 49 B rank archers in 12 days. Still absolutely terrifying. And I'll be grinding experience in the frontline battles during that time too. My current forces will be even stronger. And if we actually beat the S-rank Void Thunder Devourer, then I tame it. S-rank follower. Ha, ha ha, ha ha ha. I snapped back to reality and asked Red Leaf about the second Thunder Collection Tower, the one to the northeast that the journal mentioned. Oh, that tower? Yes, it exists. But it's occupied by armored thunder turtles. They reflect damage, paralyze attackers, and have extremely high defense. I wouldn't recommend going there right now. Of course, it's guarded by unkillable turtles. Of course, nothing on this planet is ever just sitting there waiting to be picked up. Everything comes with a boss fight, a prophecy, or a crying bunny tribe. Usually all 3. High defense. Can't be pulled individually. Reflects damage. Has taunt. I looked at the armored thunder turtles through probe and my mouth started watering. B rank. Level 16. 99 endurance. That's 990 HP per turtle. They absorb 20% of incoming damage and bounce it back as lightning. And their skill? Taunt. forces you to attack them for 3 seconds, during which they heal every time you hit them. These are the ultimate tank units. Everything my roster is missing. I have damage dealers coming out of my ears, but my defensive lineup is basically Pippi Dragon and Pippi Dragon. I need these turtles. Problem, there are 31 of them, all clumped together, and they fight as a group. Whisker grabbed his hammer. Let me at him. Stop. I yanked him back. He doesn't have probe. He doesn't know that if he charges in, 31 turtles will take turns taunting him in an endless loop while he beats himself to death on their shells. It'd be like punching a mirror factory. Everything you throw comes right back. Mistweaver put her hand on her blade. I can try. No. I blocked her too. Here's the math. Mistweaver's mist cut does 959 damage. Turtles have 990 HP. She can't one-shot them. And if she hits all 31 with her area attack, 20% reflected from each one, that's 620% of her own damage coming back. She'd be vaporized. Only 2 types of fighters survive the turtle formation. Someone so strong they one-shot through the healing, or someone so weak the reflected damage is negligible. Everyone in between gets chewed up and spat out. Redleaf, can we lure one out alone? She shook her head. They're extreme pack animals. Attack one, they all come. Okay, fine. Let's at least test that theory. Shoot one. Redleaf drew her bow. Ruby arrow. Perfect shot. Chryson, the turtle poked its head out. Looked left. Looked right. Then tucked its head back in and went back to sleep. I'm sorry, what? It got hit by an arrow and went back to sleep? I've never been so disrespected by a reptile in my life. Again, second arrow. Direct hit. Chryson, head out again. This time it spotted Redleaf. Chryson, it started waddling toward us. Slowly. Very slowly. Like an angry grandma with a walker. I almost laughed, until every other turtle in the valley woke up and started waddling behind it. 31 angry tanks. Slowly approaching, with taunt skills ready. Retreat. We ran. From turtles. I ran from turtles. This is a new low. As we fled, I looked back at the Thunder Collection Tower standing right in the middle of their camp, surrounded by the 3 Thunder Rune Stones I needed. The second tower, crucial for producing Fountain of Youth. And it's being squatted on by unkillable, untrickable, unseparable turtles. Back at the Melialu village, I was still brainstorming when Wenji suggested, if something could distract them for even 2 seconds, I could teleport in and grab one. Good idea, but risky. If a turtle taunts her during that window, she's trapped. Redleaf added, they gather there because of thunder element plants. Maybe a plant they really love could distract them. Wenji tapped her fan. I know several thunder plants that might work, but we don't have any in stock and haven't found any nearby. I sighed. Fine. Skip this tower for now. Let's go deal with the south tower first. I set my last teleport beacon at the Melialu village entrance. All 4 beacons used up. Fishery, mine, northwest floating island, and now here. No more until I upgrade the Lord Hall. Which means upgrading all main buildings to level 2 first. Which means I need gold coins, which I don't have enough of. Back at base, Wenji hit me with a priority list that made my head spin. Void Thunder Devourer, 12 days. 3 Thunder Collection Towers. Need all airborne before extreme thunder arrives. Building upgrades. Need gold coins. Evolution stones. Useless without matching elemental minerals. Territory expansion. Need more exploration. Then she paused. There's one more thing I forgot, my lord. More? Gold coins. Most building upgrades require them. We need a sustainable income source. I recommend starting a brewing operation. We have the spirit plants, the brewery building, and the recipes. High-quality alcohol can supply the hero tavern and generate coin revenue. Later we can add jewelry crafting and equipment forging. Start with alcohol. Understood. She left. I sat down. Exhaled. Closed my eyes for 3 seconds of peace. She came back. One more thing. For mobility between outposts, we don't need just teleport beacons. We can build stone roads connecting everything. And regarding construction speed, she clapped her hands. Come in. Shu. Big Fire peeked through the door crack with his round little face, looking around my office like a tourist. He bounced in. Behind him came Big Water, Big Thunder, and then a dirt yellow slime. I stared. A dirt yellow slime? I don't own a dirt yellow slime. Where did that come from? I used probe on the dirt yellow slime and did a double take. Level 20. And it has a skill. Earth element construction. can gather earth elements and shape them into objects. That's impossible. The Monster Encyclopedia specifically states that slimes don't have skills. I've memorized that book front to back. Slimes are skill-less blobs. That's the whole point of being a slime. Wenji saw my confusion and smiled like a teacher about to correct a student. My lord, the encyclopedia is incomplete. Slimes can learn skills, but only after reaching level 20, and even then the probability is extremely low. As they level higher, the chance improves slightly, so the encyclopedia is wrong. Nobody on Earth ever bothered leveling a slime high enough to find out, because, let's be honest, who would waste resources on the weakest creature in existence? This little dirt blob at level 20 still has worse stats than an average adult human. But its ability? Oh my. Show him, Wenji said gently. The shy little slime closed its eyes, trembling. Earth-colored particles started gathering in front of it. Fast. Really fast. A pebble formed, then grew to a stone. Then a basketball-sized rock materialized out of thin air. My jaw dropped. If it could launch that thing, it would basically be casting earth magic. A slime casting magic. It couldn't launch it, though. It was shaking at its limit, just holding the ball together. Now flatten it. Stone slab, Wenji commanded. Shoo. The slime strained, and, pop. The basketball became a perfectly flat stone slab. Stone pillar. Pop. The slab became a fist-thick pillar. Then it collapsed from exhaustion, gasping tiny slime breaths. Do you understand what this means? This slime can create construction materials from nothing. Stone roads, stone walls, stone furniture, stone buildings. Whatever shape you need, this little blob can make it. It's a one-creature 3D printer that runs on dirt. Would you like to join me? I asked it. The slime couldn't believe its tiny ears. It looked up at me, then started nodding frantically. Shoo. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Big fire, big water, and big thunder bounced around celebrating like they'd just gotten their friend hired. I named it Big Dirt. Welcome to the team. If only there were more of them, I said wistfully. Wenji gave me that knowing smile again. My lord, you don't think Big Dirt survived alone out there, do you? Slimes are pack creatures. You mean, there's a whole group of them. We can go collect them tomorrow morning. I almost sprinted out the door before she reminded me it was already dark. That night, the Lord's Circle chat was in chaos. Someone had tagged Fu Yanjia and forced him to reveal what he'd collected during his extra exploration time in my dungeon clear. Fu Yanjia, it's really not that much. Just 62 F-rank wood, 3 E-rank wood, 32 F-rank spirit plants, 41 F-rank minerals, 6 E-rank minerals, and 1 C-rank mineral. The chat detonated. Are you human? That's more than my entire accumulated resources. Is there no justice in this world? Your territory is a toilet. What do you even need resources for? Then people started trying to buy his team spot. Sell me your slot. I'll pay real money. Name your price. Credit transfer when we're back on Earth. Fu Yanjia. But I don't want to leave. I got lucky once in my entire life. Only an idiot would quit Cloud Bro's team. Good night. Hee hee. Don't you dare log OFF. He said he. He actually said he. I'm going to scream. Beautiful. The Maggot King is learning. Next morning, I checked my follower roster. Mystic Earth Bears times 3, Cauliflower Beasts times 8, Fire Slimes times 16, Gold Eating Mice times 43, Water Sword Master times 1, Water Swordsman times 2, Crimson Flame Dragon times 1, Water Slimes times 16, Thunder Slimes times 7, Lightning Sparrows times 17, Wind Thunder Eagles times 3, Melula Tribe times 49, Earth Slime times 1. Decent growth overnight, but I was really hoping for more bears and swordsmen. The follower conversion station's range needs upgrading. I stepped outside. Wenji and Big Dirt were already waiting. Good morning, my lord. Breakfast is ready whenever. Skip breakfast. Let's go? The thought of having a whole army of tiny construction workers is making my stomach forget it's empty. Today we recruit the Earth Slime Corps. My territory is about to enter the Industrial Revolution, powered entirely by sentient dirt balls. I only brought Wenji and Big Dirt this time. My stats are synced with a level 24 A-rank swordsman, and Wenji can teleport us out of any danger. Leaving the heroes behind means more workers at base. Efficiency. Big Dirt led us through a forest, over one hill, up a second hill, and stopped at a vine-covered hole in the mountainside. He squeezed his round body through like a basketball through a garden hose. I cut the vines, and we followed into pitch darkness. Flashlight out. We walked deeper until a warm yellow glow appeared ahead. Around the corner, a glowing rectangular stone, bright enough to light up the cavern from 100 meters away. No mineral I've ever seen does that, not even A-rank ones. But wait, next to the glowing stone, 2 bookshelves, a cabinet, a desk, a chair, all made from some black wood, which is why I didn't spot them immediately. So, the glowing stone is a bed, another high intelligence being lived here. This planet keeps revealing layers like the world's most terrifying onion. Shoo, shoo. Big Dirt bounced deeper into the cave and called out. Then the walls came alive. Earth slimes started oozing out of every crack, every crevice, every surface. Dozens of them. They swarmed toward Big Dirt like a family reunion, bouncing and chirping with joy. Big Dirt started explaining our situation with wild gestures and sound effects. When he finished, all the slimes turned to look at me with cautiously hopeful eyes. They're even shyer than the other slimes, Wenji observed, amused. True, but I have a secret weapon. I crouched down, pulled out an energy jelly from my Lord's space, peeled off the wrapper, and held it up. Said nothing, just waved it gently. Every single earth slime in the cave locked on to that jelly like heat-seeking missiles. Transparent drool started flowing. Shoo, shoo, shoo. They began drifting toward me involuntarily, like zombies drawn to brains, except cuter and slimier. One couldn't take it anymore. It launched itself at the jelly and swallowed it whole. Second jelly out. Another slime pounced. Then a third. A fourth. Within minutes, I had earth slimes on my knees, my shoulders, my arms, and several trying to burrow into my chest for face-to-face cuddling. Energy jellies are dirt cheap on Earth, and each one counts as a level-up meal for slimes. I brought stacks. Why waste expensive conversion talismans when sugar works better? Then Wenji said something that made me pause. Their body size suggests they're quite high level. I fired off probe on a few. Level 22, Level 24, Level 21, Level 26. Not a single one below Level 20. Big Dirt, my special find, at Level 20, he was the run of the group. And almost all of them had already learned Earth element construction. No grinding needed. No hoping for skill awakening. They came pre-loaded. A ready-made construction army. But the obvious question, how did the weakest creatures in existence reach Level 20? In the wild? Where everything can eat them? Wenji and I looked at each other and asked the exact same question simultaneously. How did they level up? Big Dirt tilted his head, thought about it, then bounced over to the glowing stone bed and pointed at it. I used probe on the bed. Name, Mother Earth Stone Essence. Rank, SS. Effect, long-term contact provides continuous experience and significantly increases enlightenment probability. Shop value, 1,000 gold per 10 grams. SS rank. This stone gives you free experience just by touching it, and it makes you more likely to learn new skills. That's how the slimes leveled up. They've been sleeping on a giant SS rank XP battery this whole time, just napping their way to level 26. When I told Wenji, even SHE was stunned, and this woman has literally read every book in existence. 2 effects in 1 stone. Either alone would be extraordinary. Both together? If word got out, empires would go to war over this. Then she casually dropped the real bomb. The enlightenment boost is especially valuable. It can help heroes at the brink of advancement break through to the next rank. I froze. Wait, heroes can advance in rank? I thought rank was fixed. Wenji laughed behind her fan. Of course not. Heroes earn their rank through comprehension and growth. With enough accumulation and a moment of epiphany, they can advance further. That's actually why I left home. I want to break through from B rank to A, maybe even S. Everything I learned on Earth was wrong. The academic world has been debating whether hero advancement is possible with 0 proof. And here's Wenji casually confirming it like I asked if water is wet. The Mother Earth Stone is the catalyst for that final breakthrough. The hero does all the grinding, walking their path, accumulating understanding. But at the very end, when epiphany is needed, this stone dramatically increases the chance of that lightning bolt moment. I was already planning which heroes to rotate sleeping shifts on this rock when the cave wall suddenly lit up. Golden text materialized. And even though I couldn't read the script, The meaning flowed directly into my brain. If you've reached this place, you have the basic qualifications to become a hero. If you're interested, head east and find me. The text flashed 5 times. Then a jade pendant floated out of the wall, wrapped in golden light, and drifted to my hands. Name: Hero Trial Token. Rank: SSS. Effect: immune to all pressure/aura from beings SSS rank and below. Proof of entry for the hero trial. Shop value: none. SSS. Rank: SSS. The highest rank I've ever seen on anything. Some unimaginably powerful being, left this here specifically for whoever found this cave. And they're inviting me to take a hero trial. Me, a lord, becoming a hero. Is that even possible? I looked at the jade pendant in my hand, then at Wenji, whose eyes were wider than I'd ever seen them, then east. Whatever's waiting out there. It just got very interesting. SSS rank. SSS. I was holding something rated higher than my fountain of youth. The hero trial token's effect seemed underwhelming at first. Immune to pressure from SSS rank beings and below. Cool, I guess. But the real value was clearly its function as an entry ticket to some mystery trial left by an impossibly powerful being. Wenji's face went completely serious, which never happens. This token is extraordinary. You're a hero. Haven't you seen one before? She slowly shook her head. To become heroes, we just need to comprehend a skill and pass an association test. No trial token needed. Whatever hero this refers to is something entirely different. Something native to this world. That clicked. The SS rank sword, flowing cloud, from the fire dragon's egg also mentions hero in its description. My heroes couldn't activate it. Same word, completely different meaning. Whatever heroes exist on this planet, they start at SS rank minimum. The trial token alone is SSS. Wenji advised caution. You have the qualification now, but attempting this trial at your current strength would be unwise. She's right. I'm greedy, not stupid. I stored the token and the sword in my lord's space, took some deep breaths, and refocused. Back to the earth slimes. After bribing them with energy jellies until they were literally crawling all over me, on my shoulders, in my lap, nuzzling my face. Every single one agreed to come home with me. I probed them all. Level 22, Level 24, Level 26, not one below Level 20. Big Dirt was the weakest of the group, and almost all of them already knew earth element construction. A pre-leveled, pre-skilled army of tiny construction workers, for the cost of some cheap jelly. Oh, and the Mother Earth stone essence bed? I took that too. And the bookshelves, and the desk, and the chair. If some ancient powerful being left their furniture behind, that's a donation now. Thank you for your service. Back at base, I'd barely finished settling in the slimes when Ellie showed up with news. Lord, I've been experimenting with brewing recipes, but the fermentation takes too long. Could I get a budget to accelerate the process? I need 10,000 gold coins. Done. I said it instantly. Then my brain caught up. 10,000 gold. That's roughly 100 million credits in Earth money for experimental brewing. But I meant what I said. First industry, first product, gotta support it properly. I sold some A-rank crimson crystals and other spare materials to hit 10,000 gold, then gave Wenji spending authority. Easy. At 4:30 p.m., Ellie called me to the brewery. Hundreds of wooden barrels lined the room. Some smelled heavenly. Others smelled like someone liquefied a gym sock and fermented it in a dumpster. Most experiments failed, Ellie said casually as I gagged past barrel 47. She led me to a small table with 2 bowls. One reddish-brown liquid, one pale green. These are my only 2 successes from the entire 10,000 gold budget. 2 results from 100 million credits. I felt my wallet physically weep, but I kept my composure. She's learning. First attempts are always expensive. Deep breaths. I picked up the red-brown one. Small sip. Sweet. Smooth. Subtle at first. Then boom. Flavor exploded across my entire body like a depth charge. The sweetness wasn't cloying. It was perfect. And the alcohol kick? Concentrated in my core like a punch from the inside. Good wine. Then I felt something surge. Check my stats. Strength. 5 for 30 minutes. A buff drink. Wine that makes you stronger. This doesn't exist anywhere on Earth. 10,000 gold. Worth it. Worth every coin. Could you name it, my lord? Ellie asked eagerly. I froze. I am terrible at naming things. My track record includes big fire, big water, big thunder, big dirt, sparkle, and croak croak. I am not a creative man. I looked desperately at Wenji. She smiled. As the first product of our territory, the Lord really should name it personally. Thanks for nothing, Wenji. I gritted my teeth. It's sweet but fierce. Like a warrior woman. Gentle yet powerful. I'll call it Heroine. Wenji tapped her fan approvingly. Beautiful name. Even I want to try it now. Relief. Sweet, sweet relief. I think I lost half my brain cells on that one. Then I tried the green one. No alcohol smell at all. Just flowers and herbs. I took a sip and oh, it was like drinking a spring meadow. Honey with the perfect hint of mint. Every sip felt like standing in a field of wildflowers with a warm breeze on your face. The warmth spread through my body like a gentle hug, soothing everything it touched. I was going to pace myself. I looked down. The bowl was empty. I drained it without realizing. This one is called Spring Breeze. The name came out instantly. No struggle. No brain damage. It named itself. I probed both. Heroine, C-rank wine. 5 strength for 30 minutes. Shop value, 20 gold per serving. Spring Breeze, A-rank wine. Removes all negative status effects at A rank or below. Shop value, 1,000 gold per 100 grams. A rank. Ellie accidentally brewed an A rank wine on her first day. A potion that cleanses curses, poisons, debuffs. Anything A rank or lower just gone. One sip. Do you know what lords would pay for this? Then the system went crazy. Ding. Congratulations. First territory product successfully named. Announcement to all lords. Lord Zhou Yun has developed his territory's first commercial product. Auction house now unlocked. 3 times. The announcement played 3 times across the entire Lord Circle. Double jackpot. Product and marketplace in one day. The 10,000 gold coins that made me wince 20 minutes ago? Best investment I ever made. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to go mass-produce magic alcohol and become the richest lord in existence. So here's the thing about A-rank products on Earth. Most lords never even see one in their lifetime. B-rank is considered in-game for normal people. A-rank is where ordinary lords stop and elite lords begin. And I just casually brewed an A-rank wine on day 1 of my alcohol career. Spring Breeze removes all negative status effects at A rank and below. 1 sip. Done. Curses, poisons, weakness, debuffs, just gone. The universal antidote in liquid form. I listed both wines on the newly opened auction house at shop buyback prices. Heroine at 20 gold per bottle. Spring Breeze at 5,000 gold per bottle. No markup. Straight cost. Because I'm not trying to fleece my own circle. Production numbers, though? Not great. Ellie calculated. Without gold acceleration, 1 month produces 10 bottles of Spring Breeze and 200 bottles of heroin. Wenji ran the optimized numbers. With 10,000 gold invested monthly, we could push to 30 Spring Breeze and 1,000 heroin. Not ideal, but enough to supply the Hero Tavern and have leftovers for sale. Good enough for now. The Lord Circle chat went nuclear the moment my listings appeared. A-rank wine. Is this real? 5,000 gold per bottle. That's 50 million credits. He's selling at shop buyback price. He's not even trying to profit off us. How is heroin already sold out? I literally just refreshed. Some mystery buyers snatched the heroin before anyone could blink. The chat was in shambles. That mystery buyer? A lord named Hifugaway. And this clever little businessman immediately teleported back to Earth with his purchase. He walked into his family's dining room, plopped the bottle on the table in front of his father, a wealthy businessman, and casually said, "Oh, by the way, I have connections to a lord who produces A-rank wine." His dad went from, "Nice son," to business mode in 0.3 seconds flat. A-rank items start at 70 million per piece. But we can't eat the whole supply alone. How much can he produce? No idea. I'm not even on his friends list. His father was already heading for the door. Stay home. Rest. Daddy's got work to do. Within 30 minutes, the news that my territory was producing A-rank alcohol had spread to every major family in the Great Han Nation. Like someone set a fire in a dry forest. Money is power. Power is resources. Resources are survival. Every wealthy family wanted in. Over at the Su family mansion, Gumingru, Su Qingshua's mom and the guardian lord from my trial, shot up from her couch. A-rank resources this early? Zhou Yunis. Remarkable. If only he and Qing Xue got along better. Then her private phone rang. The one that only a handful of people in the country have the number for. Hello, little Gu. It's Uncle Lu Hanxing, the National Military Supply Commander. Calling personally. Her heart sank. She already knew what this was about. About Zhou Yun's A-rank wine. Your Su family can sit this one out. What do you mean, Uncle Lu? Don't play dumb. That wine called Spring Breeze. It can potentially cleanse disaster energy. She went completely silent. Because disaster energy changes everything. Let me explain. Every powerful disaster beast radiates this invisible force called disaster energy. It doesn't kill you immediately. It shortens your lifespan. The stronger the beast, the worse the contamination. Every frontline lord fighting to protect humanity, they're not just risking death in battle. They're being slowly eaten alive by this energy. Generation after generation of heroes, dying decades before their time. Not from wounds, from simply being near the enemy. This is why the strongest lords, the pillar-level ones, live shorter lives than ordinary humans despite being infinitely more powerful. Average person, 110 years. Average pillar lord, under 60. The nation's greatest champion, Xiang Bei, age 64, has less than a year left. Not because of injuries, because of accumulated disaster energy from a lifetime of fighting. And now there's a wine that says, removes all negative effects at A rank and below, if that includes disaster energy contamination. Then Spring Breeze isn't a luxury product. It's a strategic national resource. And I just listed it on the auction house for 5,000 gold like it was craft beer. I have a feeling my quiet little brewing operation is about to become a lot more complicated. Meanwhile on Earth, things were going spectacularly wrong because of my wine. The government swooped in immediately. Military Supply Commander Lu Hanxing personally called Gu Mengru, Su Qingshue's mom, and told her flat out, the Su family can forget about Spring Breeze. This wine might be able to cleanse disaster energy. Back off. She backed off instantly. Because disaster energy is the existential crisis of this world. Every frontline lord slowly dying from invisible poison gas that shaves decades off their lifespan. If my wine can fix that, it's not a commercial product anymore. It's a matter of national survival. Every wealthy family in the great Han nation simultaneously raised their hands and said, we won't compete. Whatever the government wants, not out of kindness, out of terror. If anyone tried to monopolize a potential cure for disaster energy contamination, they become the most hated entity on the planet within hours. Then some genius leaked the news online. The government's information control team caught 99.9999% of the spread. But that 0.00001%, one post, one single message slipped through. It reached South Korea first. Korea lost IT and posted a video on YouTube titled, Great Han Nation has wine that removes disaster energy. It hit the front page instantly. And then the entire world found out. Our pillar lords can be saved. I'm going to the Great Han Nation. Right now, every world leader started rage calling the Great Han Diplomatic Corps. Why didn't you tell US? We have an alliance. Your lords' lives matter, but OURS don't. The Foreign Affairs Department melted down. The Military Supply Department melted down. The Cybersecurity Department melted down so hard they melted down twice. And what was the original intelligence? Might possibly cleanse disaster energy. Might. Possibly. By the time it crossed 3 borders it became, has been curing disaster energy for years and hiding it. 3 people make a tiger indeed. I knew nothing about any of this. I was sitting in my lord's hall thinking about slimes. Specifically, if Earth slimes learn Earth element construction at level 20. What about the other elements? Water slimes, water construction, artificial rivers, and lakes. Ice slimes, ice construction, refrigeration, cold drinks, ice sculptures. Fire slimes, fire construction, blacksmith furnaces. Thunder slimes, thunder construction, electricity generation. I was practically vibrating with excitement. Slimes are the most underrated creatures in existence, and I will die on this hill. I called in Big Fire, Big Water, Big Thunder, and Big Ice. Gave them one mission, level up. Unlimited energy jellies. Exclusive access to the Mother Earth Stone Essence bed. Go eat, sleep, and absorb XP until you learn your element construction skills. All four bounced so high they nearly hit the ceiling. They'd been feeling useless. Everyone else had jobs, was getting trained, was leveling up. The slimes just existed, cute but purposeless. Now they had a mission, an important mission, given by the Lord himself. They marched off with military seriousness. For tiny jelly balls, determined to save the settlement through the power of napping on a magic rock. I decided to check out the third Thunder Collection Tower to the south. Opened my door, and rain. That's weird. It's been sunny every single day since I arrived on this planet. I looked up. The sky was getting dark. Not clouds rolling in dark. Pitch black dark. White clouds turned gray. Gray turned black. Black started expanding. Then, boom, 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 boom. Dozens of lightning bolts hit simultaneously. The entire world flashed white. Trees near the settlement caught fire. Then the rain came. Not gentle rain. Not even heavy rain. Assault rain. Each raindrop the size of an egg, hammering everything like water bullets. Everyone stopped working. Get inside. I ran out screaming orders. Bear 1 was carrying lumber, whimpering because he was so close to finishing the training ground upgrade. Drop it. Go. The buildings started groaning. Cracking. F-rank wood construction can handle normal rain, but egg-sized water bombs? The settlement was going to be destroyed. I was panicking, trying to figure out where to evacuate 160 followers in a hurricane, when the teleport beacon in the center of the settlement lit up. Red Leaf, Red Garment, and the entire Melialu tribe materialized. In the pouring rain, Red Leaf slammed a barrier stone into the ground before I could even say hello. An invisible dome expanded outward, covering the entire settlement. Rain hammered against the barrier above us while inside. Complete calm. Silence. Safety. What are you doing here? Your village. Red Leaf smiled warmly. Villages can be rebuilt. Your settlement cannot be lost. Red Sleeve and the other tribe members showed me what they'd brought. Armfuls of giant radishes. The most important things they owned. They left their ancestral home unprotected. Their village that they've lived in for generations. The place they begged me to let them keep. They abandoned its protection to save my base. My nose stung. I was not going to cry in front of the bunny people. Then Red Leaf's expression turned serious. My lord, this is an extreme frost storm. Very rare. It starts as rain, then after about a day, it turns to hail. Even more destructive. And worse, this storm carries intense life energy. It will likely attract powerful ice creatures to bathe in it. Creatures like the three-legged ice phoenix. Wenji's fan hit the floor. I've never seen Wenji drop anything. Whatever a three-legged ice phoenix is. It just made the most composed woman I know lose her grip on reality. This day went from, let's go look at a tower, to biblical catastrophe plus mythological bird incoming in about 4 minutes. I really need to stop making plans on this planet. What's a three-legged ice phoenix? I asked, because Wenji just dropped her fan and that woman has never dropped anything in her life. It's an SSSS rank creature. For S's. 4. The Crimson Fire Dragon and the Blazing Sunbird, the two most terrifying things I've encountered on this planet, are SSS. 3 S's. And they could wipe my settlement off the map by sneezing. This thing is a rank above them. I was mentally writing my last will and testament when Red Leaf casually said, "Oh, we've met it 3 times in the past 10 years. It never hurt us. What? It just came into our village, ate all the food off someone's table, and left? Yes. As long as we cook it meals, it controls its ice aura and doesn't freeze us to death. It's actually quite polite about the whole thing. So the SSSS rank apocalypse bird is a foodie. It endures an entire catastrophic ice storm just to get home-cooked Melialu cuisine. What does it eat? Red Sleeve patted her armful of giant radishes. These. Last time we didn't have enough, and it seemed hungry. This time we can make it a feast. I cannot believe my survival strategy against a god-tier entity is catering. The storm raged on. Raindrops grew to basketball size. Temperature plunged to -14 Celsius. The barrier held, but it couldn't stop the cold from seeping through. Big Fire stepped up immediately. He organized all the fire slimes into a distributed heating network, spreading out across the settlement and generating fire elements. Tiny orange glows appeared everywhere like living space heaters. Bears, mice, and vegetables all huddled around the warmth. Whisker fired up the blacksmith forge so high it heated half the settlement. Red Leaf offered to make giant radish soup, their traditional storm survival food. Ellie volunteered to help. Everyone working together. Warm feelings in freezing weather. Nice. Then a gust of wind hit me, and I nearly turned into a popsicle. Okay, I also need something hot. I speed-walked to the kitchen. I'd brought Earth groceries, pork belly, beef, tomatoes, potatoes, peppers. I'd planned to experiment with feeding different foods to monsters. But with the storm stopping all work, why not just cook for everyone? I'm not a professional chef, but growing up as the oldest child in a struggling family, you learn to cook. I started with sour and spicy shredded potatoes. 3 minutes. Done. Try it. Wenji took one bite. Her eyes closed in bliss. Crispy yet tender, perfectly balanced sour and spice. Exquisite. Mist Weaver ate a chopstick full. Swallowed. Said 2 words. Delicious. More. The most words she said in a non-combat situation all week. Then Red Sleeve appeared out of nowhere, tiny rabbit nose twitching. What is that? It smells amazing. 1 bite. Her eyes went wide. She stuck her tongue out and started fanning it. So spicy. But I want more. Red Garment marched over to drag her daughter back to work. Got within smelling range. Red Sleeve shoved a bite into her mouth before she could object. Same reaction. Why is it spicy? Why do I want more? I used 1 tiny chili pepper. 1. Wenji and Mist Weaver didn't even notice it. But the Melialu apparently have 0 spice tolerance. Like watching rabbits discover fire. The plate vanished. They ate everything. Potatoes, peppers, even the tiny chili garnish. Gone. Next dish, sweet and sour pork. My specialty. Cut, marinate, batter, deep fry. Golden crispy pieces sitting in the pan. I turned around to make the sauce and found Wenji on my left and Mist Weaver on my right, both staring at the golden pork pieces like wolves watching a rabbit. Not ready yet. Just wait. They both swallowed simultaneously but held position. Professional restraint. Sauce done. Toss. Flip. Plate. Red Sleeve materialized again. Face basically eyeing the dish. Wow. So pretty. Looks so yummy. Where did you? Red Garment was storming over again. Red Sleeve, I swear. Try it, I said, saving the child from execution. Wenji, delicate bite. Crispy outside, tender inside, sweet and tangy. Masterpiece. Mist Weaver, already on her 3rd piece. Silent. Focused. Lethal chopstick speed. Red Sleeve, a womb, entire piece. 1 bite. Eyes became crescent moons. So good, I was laughing so hard my sides hurt. This might be my proudest moment as a lord. Not the dungeon clear. Not the cult leader kill. This. Making a rabbit girl's eyes turn into happy crescents with fried pork. Then, bang 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 bang. Heavy impacts from outside. Everyone froze. Red Garment's face went pale. My lord. The storm has entered phase 2. I opened the window. Rain? No. Ice. Fist-sized chunks of ice falling from the sky like frozen artillery shells, hammering the barrier from every direction. Every follower in the settlement started migrating toward the kitchen, drawn by both warmth and the instinct to be near me. The kitchen was becoming a refugee camp. Red Leaf appeared at my side. Phase 2 means the 3-legged ice phoenix is close. Right on cue. A piercing phoenix cry cut through the ice storm, through the barrier, through the walls, and straight into my bones. It's here. The SSSS rank bird is here. And my battle plan is potato shreds and sweet and sour pork. God help us all. Red Leaf confirmed. That's her. I squinted at the sky. Through the wall of fist-sized hailstones, I could barely make out. A tiny blue dot. The dot got bigger. And bigger. And that's it. She was the size of a chicken. A house chicken. This is the SSSS rank creature that made Wenji drop her fan? The being that ranks above the Crimson Fire Dragon and the Blazing Sunbird? She looked like a fancy parakeet. I used probe. Every single stat came back as, comma. All of them. Name confirmed. 3-legged ice phoenix. Rank, SSSS. Everything else, question marks. Fine. She's legit. I'll stop judging by size. Then she opened her wings and casually obliterated every hailstone in a 3-kilometer radius. They shattered into blue sparkles and spiraled into a massive ice vortex centered on her. The storm clouds themselves became her personal feeding tube, pumping energy directly into her body. She was eating the sky. Okay, I take it back. Size means nothing. She could sneeze and delete my entire civilization. Red Leaf's voice went urgent. First feeding is almost done. Get the food ready. She's coming down. The Melialu tribe scrambled into formation, each member carrying a beautifully presented dish. I had to admit, the food looked gorgeous. Artistic garnishes, carved radish flowers, elegant plating. Zero evidence of actual cooking technique, but the presentation was museum quality. SCRE. The phoenix descended through the barrier like it wasn't there and began eating. Despite being chicken-sized, she ate with the delicate precision of a queen at a state dinner. Slow, graceful, dignified, also fast somehow. 24 dishes in 5 minutes. Physics doesn't apply to SSSS rank table manners. Red Leaf bowed deeply. Was the meal satisfactory? Great Phoenix. Tiny nod. The entire tribe exhaled simultaneously. We passed the test. Then the Phoenix turned and looked directly at me. Into the kitchen, where I was holding a half-eaten plate of sweet and sour pork. Lord of this realm, there are other dishes in there. Why haven't you offered them to me? Her voice appeared directly in my brain. Elegant. Commanding. Absolutely not asking. You mean this? I held up the plate. She didn't answer. She just stared at the pork with an intensity that no chicken-sized bird should be capable of. Every follower in the settlement went into combat mode simultaneously. Mist Weaver drew her blade. Whisker raised his hammer. Bears growled. Vegetables rattled. Sparrows chirped. Even the slimes puffed up. Wenji pointed her fan at the phoenix with a trembling but iron-firm hand. Great Phoenix. Please step away from our lord. The phoenix glanced at all of them with the emotional investment of someone noticing a fly. Zero reaction. Zero concern. My throat went bone dry. If she decided to fight, we'd last approximately 0 seconds. Then she just stretched her neck past everyone and pecked a piece of sweet and sour pork off the plate. Then another, and another, and another. Gone. More. I want more. So I cooked. Under the watchful gaze of an SSSS rank deity bird, I cooked sweet and sour pork. My hands were shaking. Wenji was sweating in -20 degrees. The temperature was below freezing, and she had visible perspiration on her forehead. That's how tense this was. The phoenix ate the entire second batch in under a minute. Very delicious. I have never eaten anything this good. Oh great. I'm glad my terror season pork meets your standards, your divine majesty. I see more ingredients over there. You can make other dishes? Make them for me. So I became a personal chef to a god bird. Red braised pork. Fish fragrant shredded pork. Kung Pao chicken. Pot-wrapped pork. Braised eggplant. 10 dishes. Every single one devoured instantly. She said, these dishes were payment for me blocking the storm for your settlement. Fair trade. You decided that. I didn't agree to any transaction. You just showed up and started eating. She flew back up. The hail returned. She absorbed it. 1 hour later, she came back. I'm tired. More food. You're tired? Your SSSS rank. It's been 1 hour. I cooked again. Another 10 dishes. This was payment for this round. You seem tired too. We'll stop here. OH, how generous of you. She flew up. 3 hours of hail. Came back. I cooked. She ate. She left. This cycle repeated for 3 days. 3 days of being an SSSS rank bird's personal chef. She ate through nearly all my earth groceries. My emergency food supply? Gone. My experimental monster feeding ingredients? In a phoenix stomach. And because the temperature kept dropping the entire time, 0 construction progress. My settlement was frozen in place, literally and figuratively. Every day wasted was 1 day closer to the void thunder devourer showing up. I was being bullied. Not violently. Culinarily. This was the most polite oppression I've ever experienced. On day 4, the storm finally cleared. Blue sky. Sunshine. Warmth. I almost cried. The phoenix came down one last time. I fed her the remaining scraps without being asked. She nodded approvingly. We're done. I thought. She's leaving. She transformed into a blue streak and flew toward the sky. I waved goodbye with my entire soul. Farewell. Never return. I wish you eternal satisfaction with someone else's cooking. She didn't fly far. She landed in the forest right next to my settlement, breathed on a cluster of trees. They instantly transformed into a palace of ice. Towers, walls, courtyards. A frozen mansion materialized in seconds. Then she walked inside, into the biggest, tallest tower, and settled in. She's not leaving. She moved in. The SSSS rank Ice Phoenix just built herself a house next to my base and is apparently now my neighbor. I stared at the ice palace with the hollow eyes of a man who just realized his new roommate is an all-powerful immortal bird with an unlimited appetite and absolutely zero intention of paying rent. The three-legged Ice Phoenix didn't leave. She moved in, built herself a palace out of ice right next to my settlement, and just settled down. Everyone stared in collective brain failure. Ellie tried to be optimistic. Maybe she's just resting temporarily. 1G crushed that hope immediately. That's an Ice Phoenix Imperial Palace. She's staying permanently. 1G suggested looking at the bright side. If we build a relationship with her, she could become our settlement's guardian deity. Everyone's eyes lit up. An SSSS rank guardian? That would make my base literally untouchable. I just nodded tiredly. Because deep down I knew the truth. She wasn't staying for strategic reasons. She wasn't staying because she sensed our potential. She was staying because I made really good sweet and sour pork, and she doesn't want to lose her personal chef. I have been domesticated by a chicken-sized godbird through the power of Chinese home cooking. Anyway, the storm was over, temperature was climbing, and I had real business to handle. Tomorrow was the frontline defense war back on Earth. I needed to go today. I teleported home. Empty apartment. Parents weren't there. Called Dad. Oh, son, we're having lunch with Director May from the Military Supply Bureau. Come join us, Director May. The Military Supply Bureau? Also Department Chief Ku from the Joint War Command is here. And Director Gu from the Pharmaceutical Administration. And, I'm sorry, what? My father, the quietest, most socially awkward man in the entire Great Han Nation, is having lunch with multiple government department heads? This man couldn't make small talk at a grocery store, and now he's dining with the people who literally control the nation's military resources? A military captain showed up in a staff car to drive me to the restaurant. A captain, being my Uber driver. Something was very wrong. I walked into the private dining room, and there were so many important people that my dad needed a full 5 minutes just to introduce everyone. Military Supply Director, Joint War Command Chief, Pharmaceutical Bureau Head, on and on. Everyone was smiling at me like I was the last cookie on the plate. I knew immediately. This was about Spring Breeze. After some pleasantries, Director May got to it. So, about those 2 wines your territory produces, I didn't even let him finish. I pulled out 1 bottle of heroin and 1 bottle of Spring Breeze and put them on the table. I was planning to find a government sales channel anyway. National level buyer means guaranteed income. Why play hard to get? Director May personally poured everyone a small cup of the pale green Spring Breeze. His hands were practically trembling. 23 years in military supply. I've handled A-rank equipment, but A-rank wine. First time, they clinked glasses. They drank. Then every single person at the table closed their eyes simultaneously. Mom and Dad looked confused. It's good wine, but why are they making those faces? I understood. This wasn't about flavor. They were checking if Spring Breeze could cleanse disaster energy. Director May opened his eyes first. Pure joy radiating from his face. Others opened their eyes. Some were beaming. Some were crying. Actually crying. Then Chief Ku slammed the table, jumped out of his chair, and started doing laps around the dining room screaming, "Yes! Yes! This is it! Ha 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 ha!" My parents were terrified. Mom grabbed Dad's arm. "Is the wine poisonous?" Director May grabbed both my hands and shook them so hard I thought my arms would detach. "Young man, your wine saved us. Saved all lords. Saved the entire Great Han Nation." Dad's knees buckled. He literally slid off his chair onto the floor. Mom was stammering. Is that a bit too much?" Chief Ku wiped tears from his eyes and said with dead seriousness, "Not just the Great Han Nation. America, Russia, Germany, the entire world. Every lord who ever lived or will live owes this boy a debt." Mom and Dad were frozen like statues. Their brains had left the building. Then Director May explained about disaster energy, how it shortens every frontline lord's life, how the strongest defenders of humanity die decades early just from proximity to powerful beasts, how there has never been a cure. Until today, until my wine. Mom and Dad finally understood. Mom started crying too. Then every person in that room, generals, directors, department heads, straightened their clothes and bowed deeply to me. Me, an 18-year-old kid. "Please don't. I can't accept this." I pulled people back up from their bows. These men and women had fought for decades. They had disaster energy in their bodies because they chose to stand between humanity and extinction. I'm supposed to just sit there and accept their gratitude like I'm some kind of savior? One of them laughed through tears. Without your wine, I had maybe 3 years left. You bet I'm bowing. I physically restrained him from kneeling. Then Director May put on his business smile. So, nephew, you won't accept our bows. Does that mean you don't want to sell the wine to the nation? Nice try, old man. Very smooth redirect. Of course I want to sell it to you. That's literally why I brought the bottles. Every face in the room lit up like Christmas morning. Look, I'm not stupid. I knew Spring Breeze would end up being a national strategic resource the moment I saw its effect description. I was always going to sell to the government. They're the only buyer big enough to handle A-rank product volumes consistently. But I appreciate the theatrical production. Really, the tears, the bowing, the table-slamming victory lap. Great show, everyone. Oscar-worthy. Now let's talk pricing. I'd be happy to donate Spring Breeze to the nation for free, I said. Director May's face went stone cold. Absolutely not. The nation does not take free handouts from its people. We're buying 10,000 gold per gene. Deal? That's double the shop buyback price. Market rate is usually 1.3 to 1.8 times buyback. The government was deliberately overpaying me. Very satisfied. What else was I going to say? No. Then Chief Ku asked the million-gold question. How much can you produce per month? 30 bottles. Every smile in the room froze simultaneously. Like someone hit pause on a video. 30 bottles. That's enough to help maybe 6 or 7 seriously affected lords per month. The Great Han Nation has thousands of contaminated frontline veterans. And that's not even counting allied nations. They tried Plan B. What ingredients do you need? Maybe other lords have them. I listed the recipe. 14 types of fruit. 6 B rank, 6 C rank, 2 A rank. Director May, the man who knows every resource in the national inventory, looked at the list and slowly shook his head. I haven't heard of 6 of these. Dead silence. If the nation's top supply officer doesn't recognize half my ingredients, nobody else will either. Chief Ku broke the tension by laughing. You're all too greedy. Disaster energy has plagued us for 300 years. You expect it solved in one afternoon? This is already incredible progress. Cheer up, everyone snapped out of it. He was right. 2 hours ago, curing disaster energy was science fiction. Now it's confirmed real. That alone is worth celebrating. The toast started flowing. Every uncle at that table wanted to personally clink glasses with me. I lost count after the 7th. Nephew, drink with me. We got home at 7 p.m. Mom and Dad were so drunk from pride and free alcohol that they could barely stand. Their son just got credit for potentially saving humanity. Reasonable response, honestly. I had 2 new items. 1, a signed purchase contract for Spring Breeze with the national government. Guaranteed income. 2, another gold combat token for tomorrow's frontline defense war. Please don't be special treatment again. It was special treatment again. I arrived at the Xiangsha frontline, the defensive line protecting Changsha, Xiangtan, Yiyang, and half of Yang. Got sent through the gold channel. Assigned to defense point 197. Sounds normal until you look at the terrain map. Point 197 sits in the center of a concave formation. The flanks curve forward on both sides, meaning literally every disaster beast has to get through 2 walls of defenders before reaching me. Even if something slips through, it's a couple cats at most. Chief Ku basically put me in a pillow fort and told the entire front line to protect me. I needed experience. I needed my followers to level up. The Void Thunder Devourer is coming in days. But military orders are military orders. The commentators, my old friends Zhe and Bing Bing, were doing the broadcast. Bing Bing, where's Zhou Yun? He's not in any of the top 20 positions. Zhe. Strange. Did he not participate? The front line is perfect for earning merit and attracting sponsors. Meanwhile, Su Qingxue was at position 3. The hot zone. Getting screen time, earning glory, building her brand. And me? Position 197. The kiddie pool. My 19 teammates introduced themselves one by one. Scout with 1 E-rank bird. Healer with 3 F-rank bandage beasts. Support with 2 swaying flowers for stamina recovery. After all 19 finished, someone noticed the problem. Wait, does anyone here have attack power? We're all support. How did the war command assign a 20-person point with 0 DPS? Everyone turned to look at me. The only one who hadn't spoken yet. I have 3 B-rank archers. Big brother. One guy literally tried to hug me. I dodged. B-rank. 3 of them. We're saved. What's your name, legend? Zhou Yun. 19 pairs of eyes went perfectly round. They had no idea. They'd been panicking about having no damage dealer. And the rookie king of the entire nation was standing right there the whole time. In defense, point 197. The safest spot on the entire front line. Babysitting 19 support characters. Chief Ku, if you're watching, I appreciate the love. But I'm going to starve for experience out here. My teammates recognized me within 10 seconds. Wait, the Zhou Yun. The new rookie king. I can't believe I didn't recognize him. I'm so ashamed. Cloud Bro is in our squad. We're saved. I tried to calm them down. We're all teammates here. Let's just cooperate and do our best. Everyone agreed enthusiastically. Then immediately, but why are you at position 197? You're the strongest rookie in the country, because a government uncle loves me too much and wrapped me in bubble wrap. That's why? The war command probably has their reasons, I said vaguely. Nobody bought it, but they were polite enough to drop it. War drum started. First wave of disaster beasts hit positions 126 and 127, the 2 flanks forming the walls of my protective, concave fortress. From my hilltop perch, I could see the fighting below. E-rank corrupted zombies, about 200 per position. I summoned Red Sleeve, Red Ing, and Red Tao, 3 Melialu archers, freshly promoted to B rank from eating giant radishes. Can you hit positions 126 and 127 from here? Red Sleeve barely glanced. No problem. Stand by. My teammates were mesmerized. They talk. Bunny girls with bows? B-rank and adorable? Wait. Is Cloud Bro planning to snipe from here? Won't that attract monsters to US? They started whispering about convincing me not to shoot. Rock, paper, scissors to decide who'd approach me. Nobody volunteered. Classic. First wave ended easily. My teammates celebrated like they'd won the Super Bowl despite doing literally nothing. If it keeps going like this, we won't even need to fight. We can just rush in during the final wave and steal a few kills. Shameless. But accurate. The commentators, Aze and Bing Bing, were confused. Bing Bing, where is Zhou Yun? I've checked every top 20 position. Aze, found him. Position 197. Bing Bing. Point 197, yeah? The commentary basically wrote me off. Second wave came fast. Way too fast. And this time, D-rank corrupted knights appeared. Those aren't supposed to show up until wave 4. Position 127 was in trouble. Their frontline tank, a steel golem, got triple rammed by corrupted knights and went down. Defense line, broken. Their backline sand soldiers were exposed. Yellow signal flare went up. Distress call. The commentators panicked. 127 needs help. But 126 is too busy fighting their own wave. And 197 is too far. Zhou Yun would need to go downhill, cross a river, and climb a ridge. Everyone watching, millions of viewers, was screaming at their screens. Company cafeterias, living rooms, military bases. An entire nation stress-watching position 127 collapse in real time. Then, 3 red arrows streaked across the sky. The 3 corrupted knights that had broken through? Dead. Instantly. 1 arrow each. From 400 meters away. Aze, what? Where did those arrows come from? Who has that kind of range and power? Bing Bing. I have no idea, but that was incredible. The audience went berserk trying to figure out who fired those shots. Cameras panning everywhere. Nobody could find the shooter. Then, in the official livestream chat, a golden sword emoji descended from the heavens. A premium Megadonation animation. And behind it, a message wrapped in golden dragons. Tianyu Pharmaceuticals. Unconditional sponsorship to the Lord who fired those red arrows. 10,000 gold coins. 10,000 gold. 100 million credits. Just like that. No strings attached. The chat detonated. A pharmaceutical megacorp just threw 100 million at an unknown archer lord as a public declaration. Whoever you are, we want you. And nobody, not the commentators, not the viewers, not the sponsors, knew it was 3 bunny girls standing behind me on a hilltop, casually picking off D-rank knights like they were shooting kids off a fence. I looked at Red Sleeve. She was examining her bowstring, completely unbothered. 400 meters. 3 arrows. 3 instant kills. And she said, "No problem," without even looking hard. I love my rabbit army. After the 3 red arrows saved position 127, a golden sword animation dropped into the official livestream chat. Some company called Tianyu Pharmaceuticals threw down 10,000 gold coins, 100 million credits, as unconditional sponsorship for whoever fired those arrows. Nobody knew it was me. Nobody could find the shooter. The cameras were scanning everywhere, while my 3 bunny archers stood behind me on a hilltop, completely unbothered, examining their bowstrings like nothing happened. I stopped shooting after that first volley. 3 corrupted knights down, decent XP, but continuing would have been rude. Position 127 had restabilized. I'm not about to steal their kills when they can handle it. Then my 19 teammates surrounded me. All of them. In a circle. Eyes sparkling. Cloud bro, Cloud bro, Cloud bro. Every single one said the same thing in sequence. My skin crawled. What? One of them started wiggling. So, could we maybe coordinate with positions 126 and 127? If they share their battlefield, you could shoot from here and we'd all get ranking rewards. There it is. Position rankings give bonus merit based on total kills. If my archers snipe everything from 400 meters away, our position 197, the most pathetic point on the entire front line, could crack the top 50. That'd mean 500 bonus merit per person. They wanted to be carried, and they were embarrassed about it. Hence the wiggling. Sure, go negotiate. They scattered like cockroaches when the light turns on. Pre-assigned teams, 2 groups, 1 heading to each flank position. They'd clearly been planning this for a while. At position 127, my guys arrived mid-crisis. We're from 197. We want to cooperate. Can't you see we're dying here? Cooperate with what? If you share kills, our guy will provide fire support. Kill everything. Take all the merit. Just help US. Deal. They raised signal flags. I read the semaphore. Support. Full extermination. I smiled. Red sleeve. Red tau. Red ing. Kill everything. Understood. 3 bows drawn. 3 ruby explosive shots. 3 dead corrupted knights. Position 127 went nuts. It's the mystery sniper. They're from 197, but then someone calmed them down. 1 sniper killing 3 at a time helps, but there are still hundreds of regular zombies. We need to handle those ourselves. Whoosh! A rain of red arrows blanketed the sky. Ruby scattershot. All 3 archers. Simultaneously. 10 arrows each, covering the same zone. Total damage. 42 strength times 300% times 3 archers equals 378 points of overlapping pain per target. Every single monster died. Corrupted knights. Corrupted skeletons. Everything with a health bar. The entire wave was converted into experience points in approximately 2 seconds. Position 127 went silent. Then, what the actual? They're all dead. Is this legal? Level up. Red sleeve. Red ing. Red tau. All hit level 13. I turned my attention to position 126. They'd been watching. They were already waving signal flags. Support. Attack. Please. Now, ruby scattershot. Another red locust swarm across the sky. Every monster at 126. Dead before they could swing once. Level 14. All 3 archers leveled again. Their effective range was now 46 strength times 10 meters times 1.3 talent bonus equals 598 meters. Almost 600 meters of kill zone. And growing with every level. The cycle repeated. Monsters gathered at 126 and 127. Took them several minutes to accumulate a decent wave. Red sleeve and the girls erased them in 2 seconds. Level up. Repeat. After the 4th extermination, the lords at both positions started having an existential crisis. The support is great, but isn't it a little too strong? These disaster beasts ran all this way just to die instantly. I almost feel bad for them. Every other position is fighting for their lives and we're sitting here. Does anyone have sunflower seeds? They started snacking. In the middle of a war. While every other position on the front line was engaged in desperate combat, positions 126 and 127 were eating seeds and watching the occasional red arrow shower like it was fireworks. The commentators were scanning the battlefield, praising the top fighters at the front positions. The pressure is mounting. Several positions have fired distress flares. Bing bing. The main stars are holding strong though. Hong Jian, Lin Xiao, Bu Yanyan, Su Qingxue, all performing excellently. Zhe. But the mid and rear positions are struggling. Bing bing. Wait. Where are the monsters at positions 126 and 127? Zhe. Bing bing. Is someone eating sunflower seeds? Meanwhile, on my hilltop, I watched my 3 bunny archers giggling about who leveled up fastest, completely oblivious to the fact that they'd turned 2 frontline positions into a vacation resort. Position 197, the safest spot on the line, where nothing ever happens, except for the part where we're quietly farming more kills than the top 5 positions combined. Thank you, Chief Ku, for the protection. I'm making excellent use of it. The commentators were completely baffled. Zhe, how is this position also done fighting? Did the monsters just skip them? Bing bing. But all the surrounding positions are still in heavy combat. Monsters don't just politely avoid 2 specific spots. They couldn't figure it out. So they moved on. Beautiful. My invisibility remains intact. My teammates came back from their diplomatic missions giddy with excitement. Cloud bro, you nearly made those guys cry. They were so cocky when we first showed up. Then the arrow rain hit, and their souls left their bodies. I can still see their faces. Ha! They were riding the high of being associated with power they didn't actually possess. Classic sidekick energy. Then one of them got greedy. So, Cloud bro, what if we contacted more positions? Like 116 and 132. Someone immediately shot him down. Are you crazy? Those are over 1,000 meters away. The archers can't reach that far. The guy deflated instantly. But I smiled. Actually, that's doable. Go ahead and negotiate. 19 jaws hit the floor simultaneously. They had no idea how I planned to cover positions over a kilometer away when my archer's current max range was about 600 meters. But they'd watch me pull miracle after miracle, so nobody questioned it. A busty girl volunteered immediately. I'll go. She slapped her chest for emphasis, which was distracting. Everyone else piled on. Me too. And me. Off they went. Again, these people had more energy for running errands than actual combat. Wave 3 came and went. My bunny archers deleted everything at 126 and 127 as usual. Monster average level jumped from 1 to 3. Didn't matter. Still instant kills. Still leveling up. But my messengers hadn't reported back from 116 and 132. That was taking too long. Wave 4 arrived. Average monster level, 6. Corrupted knights now made up a third of every wave. The entire front line was struggling. A purple defense array called Purple Star Recovery Formation activated across all positions, boosting stamina and health regeneration. Even with the array buff, multiple positions were getting hammered. At position 116, things were bad. These level 6 monsters have so much HP. Takes forever to kill one. My Iron Wall Battle Pig is getting shredded up front. Can you guys do something? My explosive clown's daggers are about to melt from overuse. Then they noticed my people standing there watching. Hey, you. From 197. Stop standing there and help. Oh, now they want help. Funny story. When my team first arrived to negotiate, position 116 had laughed at them. Position 197? The kiddie pool? You want to help US? Go away. You're embarrassing yourselves. They'd been stalling for 3 waves because 116 was too proud to accept support from the lowest ranked position on the line. Now they were drowning. My teammates were furious, but they kept professional. Like we said, just agree to the support deal and firepower arrives immediately. Fine. Agreed. Just do IT already. Don't you have any sense of the bigger picture? My guy rolled his eyes so hard I could feel it from 400 meters away. He raised the signal flags. Red Sleeve's superhuman eyesight caught it instantly and relayed the message to me. Finally. But here was the thing. Position 116 was over 1,000 meters away. Way beyond Red Sleeve's 598-meter range. The archers couldn't reach it. Good thing I wasn't planning to use archers. I stood up and summoned 17 lightning sparrows. All of them. My entire air force. Sparkle landed on my outstretched hand. Tiny purple-black body crackling with electricity. Eyes locked on the distant position 116 where monsters were swarming everywhere. It's your turn, Sparkle. Wipe them all out. Chirp. Archers for the close positions. Air Force for the far ones. Position 116 thought they were too good for my help. They're about to get saved by a flock of angry birds they never even asked for. And they're going to like it.